Oh my god, I fucking love that intro song. Isn't it fucking great?
Okay, I guess that's how we're going.
That's how you open a podcast. Oh my god, I love it. All right,
There we
guys.
go.
Welcome to the 7th episode of Reroll Podcast. Podcast by gamers for gamers. I'm your host, Victor Logan, joined here together with Chris Fed,
Yo.
Miles Clark,
Hello.
and Michael Winder.
Howdy.
Yeah, the main man. So it's been 2 weeks since the last podcast. We're bringing things back now. I guess we can open it with we can see what Michael's been up to.
Oh, me. Starting off with me. All right.
Yeah, why not?
Let's see here. The last 2 weeks, I've actually gotten into quite a bit of stuff. One big thing that I was actually excited for that I wasn't expecting was I got into the Arcade Alpha. I got invited into the most recent of the playtests, which is last Thursday to this Monday, tomorrow. And so far I really like it. I'm still a little confused by professions and crafting, but I mean it's alpha, so I'm not gonna.
Wait.
There's still a lot of NPCs that when you click on them, they're speaking like Korean.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait, so what is Arcade exactly?
Arcade, when it's gonna be released, will be a free-to-play MMO of sorts. If you know of Eve, sort of in that set, where it's fantasy. So you have two factions, two races to each faction, and each side is trying to, do whatever. But the main important stuff is that you can literally do whatever you want in the game. Like, you can build houses, you can be like a merchant, an in-game merchant. You can actually go.
Wait, so can I open a haberdashery?
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah.
Sell knickknacks.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that'd be one of the primary things because people in games just love little needless objects to have in their story.
Which sounds dumb, but they do.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do love little things that mean nothing.
But my pet in Maple Story
is
picks up all
covered
my
with-
items.
Oh my god. Maple Story.
But yeah, so that's been a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun with that. I think that they just need to work on getting voices and stuff like that into the game a bit more, because right now about half of the none of the quests are voiced. I'm not sure if that's intended or not. But you know how when you click on an NPC or something like that, they'll say "Oh, good morning, how are you?"
Yeah.
Half of them speak Korean, so you click on them and they say something, and you're like, "I don't know. Are you angry?"
That's working as intended.
Are you angry?
But I really.
At least it's not like Tieve. You're like, oh, let's go out. She's like, oh, I can't. It's kind of raining. You're like, what? It's not even raining.
And then when she's like, yeah, let's go out, and you're like, all right, and you walk out the door and you turn around and you walk back inside the house, which is apparently weak in that universe. She's just passed out on her couch, and some old dude is in there, and he's like, oh, she's sleeping.
God. Vindictus, the greatest game. We gotta go back to that game one day.
Hey, it's 2 more months, and we'll get enough points
Let's
to
wait
get a
till-
couple skills.
Let's wait till Christmas. Let's say
Yeah.
Christmas break.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
number.
But all right. Yeah, that's probably been one of the more interesting things. I mean, I've been playing Oblivion quite a bit more. Got up to level 20 in that. Taking my time with it, and now that I'm 20, moving on to 25, I'm planning on actually doing all of the quests now, so that way I can get all the properly leveled loot and stuff like that.
Well, now you can start the game.
Yeah. Now I can start, I got about halfway through the Mages Guild, partway through the Thieves Guild. Thieves Guild doesn't really have anything that's leveled, so you can feel free doing that. And the funny thing with Thieves Guild is I'm running around in all heavy armor with a giant two-handed sword, just waiting for people to walk out of rooms, hit control, take all their stuff, walk out of the room, and then just hey
Thieves
there.
Guild, I mean, the good thing about Oblivion is that as long as you don't wear shoes, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's literally what I did.
Oh my god.
You can just go barefoot and no, it's
I'm
snake.
hunting
And
around.
no one's gone. No one knows what's going on.
Hunting around in orcish armor with no shoes on, and it's just you don't see me.
Close
You
enough.
see me.
That game's crazy. Oh man. So,
But-
go ahead.
And I did a 5K yesterday, so my shoulders hurt.
That was out of the blue.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
You rode a 5K on like a erg machine?
No.
No, ran a 5K.
Ran a
stupid.
5K.
Oh, you
I
ran a
was confused
5K?
what we were talking about too.
No,
So-
I thought you said ran, but you said your shoulders hurt, so I was confused.
Yeah. Well, because it's a themed 5K, so they had giant inflatable things in the middle of the course, and that's sort of the point of it.
Now, was this
Sounds-
for charity?
Sounds, man.
Yeah. Charity. It's,
Okay, because I'm like, I would not run that far for fun. I was
No.
like, someone.
I
better be
heard
saving some
Michael
babies or
say
something.
I did something that involved exercise. I'm like, wait, is that Michael?
Yeah, I was so confused. Like, Jesus.
But it was all for Atlantic City Rescue Mission.
There you go. You're saving babies.
Good cause.
Yes. Oh, Michael, you're saving babies.
Baby
All the
animals.
babies. Michael's just getting showered in babies.
What?
I'm like, man, I
What
gotta
is
save
going
them. But yeah. So my shoulders hurt. I've been playing Oblivion and in Alpha. All right.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go with my week or whatever. I just started my new job basically for training because I'm an RA. It's kind of dope actually.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah, Chris, aren't you an RA or something like that as well?
Similar, yeah. I'm where I go to school. It's a similar thing. I'm in charge of like a house, not so much a floor or a hall.
Yeah, no, I'm a house as well. I'm doing a house.
Oh, dope. Wow, we do similar jobs then.
Yeah, except you get paid more apparently.
Well, and unfortunately, it seems like you do a lot more work.
Yeah. Well, I get free food though.
Yeah, see, that's actually insane.
And that'll save Victor millions of dollars over the course of the semester.
You know what? Probably actually tuition and
Millions.
a million for $1 billion. Well, anyway, I'm getting to my point about that. I have my own room and my own fucking bathroom. Now that's awesome. I'm sorry to bring us up to our gaming podcast, but having your own
Excellent.
bathroom, having your own bathroom,
That
is
literally
great.
makes college to me sound a lot better.
Oh hell yeah!
That makes
Like-
actually everything sound so much
Like
better.
I took a shower and walked out naked, and like
Victor, I'll
so
have all
terrible.
of you know, under all this clothing I'm wearing, I'm completely naked.
oh shit.
Oh, damn.
Let's keep it PG-13, guys. Come
Oh
on.
yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
All right, well, I guess in terms of games, I've just been playing my Xbox One a lot. I started playing.
Dude, I'm so
Yeah.
jealous that you have that now. God damn it.
You should be.
Yeah, you could
You
go
should
buy
be.
it, you know.
No, I'll go rob a bank as well.
Yeah, there you go.
Heyday.
I
Or
don't think
just
you
pay
need
that
that much
guy.
Cut
money.
this down, guys. I need 4 AKs.
Oh
couple
wait,
masks.
chains.
I know where we can get the masks too. They're not bulletproof, but I mean, you're never gonna find a bulletproof mask. But that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, Michael's
Um,
got some goofy hookups. Good.
So what's that? Oh yeah, so I've been playing Dead Rising. I played the DLC that got announced during E3. That crazy Super Ultimax Suplex Hold whatever. That DLC is the tits.
that
Oh, the Ultimax Suplex Hold, that's Persona.
I
Arena.
know. I was just saying random stuff. I
EX
don't know.
Arcade Edition, something like that.
Yeah, I was
Just
just, I
making
was like
up.
I was literally just kidding, but
Literally kidding.
as opposed to figuratively.
Figuratively kidding.
Yeah, no, that game is the tits. Oh my god, it's ridiculously fun, and it's built around playing with 4 people. It's like playing an arcade game.
Dead Rising, that's the one where you pick up random things and you make like ridiculous weapons, right?
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
people were saying that 2 wasn't as good as 1. I mean, 3 isn't as good as 1 and 2. I think it's better than 1 and 2 because I played 1 and 2. And
You know, I played either 2 or 3 now. Probably
Yeah.
2, because I played it a while ago. God, I was getting so annoyed where, like, I had this... You have, like, a daughter, and you have to, like, keep her
Yeah.
alive
that's
constantly.
true, yeah.
you can let her die if you want.
Oh,
Real-
really?
What?
Yeah, and the
Oh
story
man,
keeps
I
going
gotta
on.
play it again.
Keeps going.
I gotta play it again, just let her die.
I'm pretty
Because
sure you
it's
get a
so-
terrible ending, though.
Yeah, no, there's bad endings.
It was so
Morality.
annoying because, like, all I want to do was run around and kill zombies, and I have to worry about getting her medicine.
That's why 3 is better than 2 because and 3 you just like, all right, I just want to run kill the monsters. You have more time to do stuff. It's still time, but it's not as like strict. 1 and 2 are really strict, and it's really annoying. I don't like that at all.
There's a mode for 3, though, that plays like the other 2, though. Like the really strict
Yeah,
timings.
nightmare mode. It's. I'm gonna play it.
Well, that's what the other games were.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna play that. I don't know. I don't know. I like
I
sandboxes.
like them having that as an option, so that way it's not like, so that way it's not completely like Oh,
Well, it's not for all
moving
the
away
it's not
from
for
that,
all
so
the
all of
filthy
you guys
casuals.
liked it. Sorry,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyway,
I was waiting for someone to pick it up.
Ugh. Filthy casuals. Oh my god.
Ugh.
What else did I do? I know I did some more things during the week. I don't know. I what was I gonna say? I beat what is that game? How did I forget the name? Oh, this is bad podcasting. Um, that game on PC I was playing. You kill a lot of people and you die a lot.
Oh,
did you write
Hotline
it on
Miami.
the
Hotline Miami.
I beat Hotline Miami. I
Oh.
didn't get the true ending though, but I beat it. And that
Aw, what are you
game's
doing?
Ah,
no, the true ending's ridiculously hard to get. I don't feel like doing it. You got to find all these little tickets or some
I
shit.
hate that kind of stuff.
No. Like sometimes it's cool to unlock alternate costumes, but if it stops you from like seeing the rest of the game or something, I'm like, no.
I would rather just have like harder levels or something.
well, I'm
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people could, say a similar thing with like Halo games and stuff like that. You had like what is it? Every Halo game, like when you beat the campaign all the way through on Legendary, you get
Yeah,
like
then
friend.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
because it's a harder difficulty. You don't have to go find bullshit
Well,
though.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
it is a bit of a grind, but usually they're like Easter egg endings. I don't know. For some of them, it is a true ending, but like, what was it for Halo 2? You see, no, it's 1, I think. You see the Arbiter and the black guy. What was his name?
That was the end of Halo 3 after they thought Master Chief was dead standing in front
That
of
Yeah.
us.
that was no,
Then-
that
Yeah,
was
but-
yeah, but
three,
that was the regular one.
yeah,
that was the
wasn't
regular
three.
ending. At the ending of the original Halo 1. But it wasn't those two characters because you were leaving the planet because things were happening and everyone was gonna die.
Well,
So
yeah, but then like the Easter egg ending is them making out.
yeah, because they knew that they were both going to die, so then they just stopped being enemies and they just started being dead.
Hmm.
They're like, I'm not gonna kill you because we're both just gonna die anyways. We're both screwed in this situation.
Hey, there you go.
No, that's what that was supposed to be. It was
I
supposed
can't
to be.
believe you made sense of that, because
I did,
honestly,
yeah.
it's just those two making out.
That's why I'm here.
Michael loves Halo. There's more about that than anyone I know.
Dude, I can't wait to get the Master Chief collection.
Oof, oof.
I can wait.
Oh, I can't. Halo
No way.
2 maps online, Halo 1 online for the first time ever. All of them running in engine.
Oh, you're gonna play it?
Oh, there was. Well, while we're on this. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hey, while we're on this, there's a topic that you had on the last one. I forgot to leave. So you asked, like, when they're making Master Chief Collection, they're going to leave all the bugs in. You asked, like, is this a good thing? And I think it is, because
Yeah,
you're
why
playing
not?
the games the way they're meant to be made. It's like if they remade Melee and took out wave... Well, they're not... I'm not going to call them bugs. So, sorry, Flame War. But they took out wave dashing, L canceling, and a bunch of all the advanced text. They took them all out. Then it's not really Melee anymore. It's just a thing that looks like Melee. So I think the bugs are part of the game. Especially Halo 2. It was defined by those bugs.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I think that's a certain like degree of like, is it game breaking bugs or is it like
Yeah,
just
for
sort of
fun.
like how in like Skyrim and Oblivion when you hit a person in a certain way their body gets stuck in a door. That's entertaining. You don't need to fix it. It's not breaking nothing.
Or when you can like infinitely stack paintbrushes to make stairs.
Oh,
yeah.
speaking of Skyrim,
I remember I did that all the time. I haven't done that yet, but I
Yeah.
mean, granted, now future space age of 2014, I now know how to do no.
Future space age.
Yeah. I now know how to do no clip, so it doesn't matter that much anymore. Like jumping on a bunch of paint brushes.
Yeah, alright.
Speaking of Skyrim and Oblivion, there was like a problem or whatever before because people were saying it encouraged like being gay or something like that because when people
What?
are dead and you can take their clothes off and lay them on top of each other. So some mom saw it and she's like,
ain't
"My
perfect."
son's playing a gay sex game."
Okay, so I heard some mom game accusations and just stopped listening.
I know. I'm just saying it's so funny how like people are with that stuff.
And I like it how it's like
Crazy.
it-
Oh my
like,
god, that's
her
too much.
child though. That's literally all of her child though. Because the game doesn't encourage you to do that, doesn't tell you how to do that. It
Yeah.
doesn't say you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it occurs. It's like if you're really worried about this, ma'am, you might
Sounds
want
like
to check
she just
your
has
child.
a gay child and can't handle it.
Gay child that likes playing gay video games where you have sex. There's nothing wrong with that.
Because this game has nothing to do with that. Your child created the situation. You might want to.
Okay, we should move on before we go all end up in Tumblr flame wars.
Oh God, no! I don't want the Tumblr girls to yell at me. All the pansexuals out there. I'm sorry, guys.
Have we made fun of pansexuals yet?
No, move on.
That's one group you don't want to mess with the pansexuals. All right. I also saw Guardians of the Galaxy. Apparently, Chris, you hated it. I fucking loved it.
Hate.
Chris,
Okay.
do you also hate puppy dogs and children?
And sugar cane and lollipops.
So let me. Okay.
It's awesome.
Let me just go over a couple of my points here, because I've had to explain this to a few people, and most of them are sold on it. But I think Miles is going to be a bit too.
I will listen and hear you out and tell you why you're wrong.
Okay, first of all, okay, I understand it's based off of a comic, right? So let's just go on to the bad guy first, because the bad guy was not. I'm not talking about Thanos. I'm talking about the guy who, rather than killing someone, sets him up on an altar and smashes his head and like has his blood drain into something.
Yeah.
Okay, that happens in the first 5 minutes. Oh, I wonder who the bad guy is. Oh, he's so bad. Okay, that was so ridiculous. Also, it never explains what he's trying to do. He's seen as a Kree extremist. So, like, you assume that, I don't know, there's, like, this religion thing and, like, I don't know, he doesn't like the whole empire and stuff. What? So, instead, let's just attack this city and just, like, oh, blow up a whole planet because he's so bad. Oh, so
That's what I liked about it. Because he was a cartoon villain. That's why I liked it. You
not
know
a
I mean?
movie villain.
He was
There was
also.
no
I know. It's dumb, but like, because he was like, "Oh, I hate the species." They never explained why he hated them.
It's so stupid.
He just like fear. He just yeah.
Okay.
He was like Dr. Robotnik. He's just pissed off.
So the main character, whatever his name was, don't even care. He won. That guy's acting was.
What did you?
Was actually atrocious, but that's another story.
I thought he fit the character well because the character is like a child in a grown man's body.
That's Chris Pratt. You just won't like Chris Pratt. That's how he is in everything.
The character's fine. He's a very interesting character, but the acting is rough. You know who the best actor was in that entire movie?
Batista.
You're gonna call him? Don't you dare say Groot.
Wait, Rocket Raccoon?
No. He's the freaking security guard. What's the actor's name?
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly. He was the best actor in that entire movie.
Okay. I can trust that.
He has about 4 lines, and all those other like clowns trying to act was so brutal. Okay. Also, the whole time they have this elusive idea of who his father is. They never say it, right? You have his mother. His father's never there.
It's gonna come up in a future movie. Stop it.
Okay, that's terrible.
I actually kind of know who it is because when I was driving back with my friend, we like looked it up on the way home.
Okay, the movie should tell you because instead of explaining,
hold on, Chris. It's a comic book world. If they go out and tell you that, it's not like it's supposed to be. It's building up a story. So there's this other thing that's going on with this character that's going to be featured later. Because did you say in the credits since like the Guardians of the Galaxy will return? So like they're going to make more movies. So it's going to come up.
I'll tell you why they actually didn't tell you because it's Disney trying to get you to see the next movie. Because they didn't tell you, because
money.
Here's the thing. I want to agree with you, Miles, but at the way the Marvel phasing thing is going right now, I agree with Chris. That's one thing I didn't like because they're holding it. There's no reason they shouldn't have told them. You know what I mean?
Hold on. I think the reason they don't tell you because I don't know, but I'm pretty sure at that point, like that moment in like the comic books, he doesn't know. Why would they just tell you?
Okay, that makes sense.
That's what I'm trying to express. Like they're building the story because it doesn't happen then. That's if Tony Stark came out of the desert and all of a sudden War Machine was there too.
That wouldn't make sense. Yeah.
No, but what you have to understand is that this Guardians of the Galaxy movie is not a direct comic book.
None of the comic book movies are, but they try to keep it as close as possible.
But this one, they literally, out of all of the Guardians of the Galaxy that's ever been in there, they just chose 5 characters and threw them together. And they're like, oh, new Guardians of the Galaxy. So even if that was true, that he didn't know that, that's not valid, because they're not even going off of a direct story. But whatever, that's fine. I wouldn't mind if he didn't know his father, right? I mean, that's whatever. But that was such an important part to the movie. That's how he survives.
Yeah. Okay.
He survives the crystal because, like at the very end, it's like, oh, by the way, like your dad's
You got
like
superpowers.
your dad's super special. And it's like, what? Like, okay, that's a scapegoat. And why else does he survive? Because friendship. Okay, because this guy has no friends, and like when the main character's dying, all the other guardians come. And they're like,
Oh wait, hold on, Chris. Don't ruin the whole movie.
Yeah,
oh
don't
my
don't
God.
spoil it.
It's like,
Oh man, I was planning on doing that. I have Wikipedia open and everything.
friendship was gonna save us. Like, so cool.
I thought it was a touching way to get all the characters to like each other.
Enough. Also,
Get all the characters to like each other. I like it how Miles puts it.
Wait,
I mean,
so
that's
Chris,
that
You
was
will
part
have
of-
a
I mean,
friendship.
That was
The
part.
director said
hold
so.
On, hold on.
So
This
Chris,
is something
you-
that's interesting. Can I do this real fast? 'Cause I thought that was interesting, but comparing this to Avengers. Avengers,
much better. By
after
eight
I'm just
final.
saying, like after the beginning of the movie, they all somewhat trusted each other. Guardians, they do not trust each other for the majority of the movie because they all just kind of got thrown together for whatever reason.
Guardians, they trust each other way too quickly. Avengers, I buy it because they're thrown into an organization together, so they have to. They're all hired, right? They all work for this.
Also, right before the part where they all like hook up and they're like, "Let's be friends," their ship goes down. They get separated. They beat the tar out of each other, and New York is about to get nuked.
Yeah.
Also, Chris, Guardians, they didn't.
If anything is going to cause people to be like, you know what, maybe we should just stop for today.
Yeah.
Like, see, I try to get the redeeming quality by saying, like, while Guardians sucked, Avengers was so much better. Avengers was doing it right. Guardians was forced. Like, also that corny. Oh my God, that like love story with like Garona for a second is just like so forced. You don't know this woman and you're already trying to like hit on her. Like, what the hell is this? And then like, she totally turned you down because she's an independent woman. And then like they never make mention to that again. She like dances at the end, and that's like them settling it. Whatever that's worth. So many issues.
I
But
still loved it. I'm sorry, dude. I mean, it's.
Do you think it would have been better with like a prequel movie showing like all the characters or whatever? Like,
I feel like Star-Lord should have had his own movie, and that was
Thing
just
with-
him.
also, the universe sucked. I mean, they had so much to work with. It's like, the mining city's a big skull. Give me a break. Why does the guy survive in space?
Because he's
No.
part alien. Because like that was the whole thing. That was the whole thing. Because he was human, he would have just died.
Yeah, okay, but then
But
again,
he's
we
part
don't-
alien, so he lived.
But we never know what it is.
he's
So
a
it's like
space alien, so
bullshit.
he's from space. He's not
So
from
he's
a
like
planet.
super special, super special powers that we never know about.
Hey, Chris.
Better,
It's not,
better
it's not a
like,
special power. It's just a racial thing. If your body isn't liquid, then it's fine. Solid
No.
matter.
no,
Just
no,
space.
it's a major catalyst that they never explain because they want you to see the next movie.
Okay, Chris, I'm gonna let you finish.
Look, I
So this
never
is a
saw-
gaming podcast. Can we
Like,
get back to the games?
So you can have solid matter in space, and nothing will happen.
Michael, it's completely irrelevant. It is just that movie.
Yeah, no, a human in space would have
Wait,
exploded.
physics is completely irrelevant.
I was so close. My brother and I were so close to leaving. I mean, that thing was so brutal. I thought Avengers was so much better, and I look forward to Avengers 2, but Guardians was pretty rough. That was definitely playing off of Avengers. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
That's Unfortunately, it's your opinion. I can't sway, but I don't know. I think maybe it's just 'cause I like Chris Pratt so much. Maybe I was just blinded. But are you saying like them? So the movie never made you laugh once or at all or anything like that, or?
The funniest okay, so I think it made me laugh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But like that slapstick humor was like the highlight of the movie. Well, the two funniest parts I think were when they're talking about the plan to escape the prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we need the leg, the back.
Oh, the leg thing.
Well,
when groups just take just.
Oh
doing
yeah,
it.
when he does like, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I need that guy's leg, and it's like, okay, I got the leg. Oh, I didn't need that. That's kidding.
No, well that part
no,
too.
no,
But when Groot is
when they're
just in the
talking
back,
and
just doing
Oh,
the
he's just
line by
taking it.
himself.
Groot walks away, takes it off, and throws it, and then it hits a guy passing by and knocks him out.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. And then when they talk about Footloose too, and then it's like I have this legend back home. It's called Footloose. It's like, oh.
At the end of the movie, he's like, I can't remember what the actor's
she's
name
like-
is. He's like, are we like him? It's like, oh, God.
Yeah, I mean
Bacon.
that was pretty funny. I thought the gift from the mom at the end is a second mixtape. Be literally more predictable.
I didn't see that coming.
I saw
Expressing her love for her child, Chris.
I saw
you
coming from
heartless
a mile
bastard.
away. She gave him like one thing that he listens to, and then there's this other special present, and it's like, oh, damn. Turns out it's the same thing twice.
So
Like,
did you like the guy you found him, the mercenary dude? I can't remember the actor's name. Mickey Rourke. To do with the bow and arrow. I thought he was badass.
well, he's badass. Yeah. Like without a doubt, his power is really cool, but his acting was terrible, and
Mickey
his
Rourke?
role
You like Mickey Rourke? I thought he was pretty good in that movie.
a little. The best actor.
I'll stop.
Again, just the
It's
best
fine.
actor was John C. Reilly, I think. But I don't know. Again, I was a little upset, but Avengers 2, let's just fix all of that.
All right. Well, anyway, since you just crushed my dreams and my feelings, since you didn't like what I liked, yeah, I guess we can go to your week. It better be fucking good.
Unfortunately, my week wasn't that great. Let's see.
Can we just skip it then? I mean, no, I'm kidding.
I've been putting some hard time into work, so my time to gaming has been limited almost solely to handheld, which was actually pretty fun.
Switching the handheld.
Switching to handheld. so that's really what I've been doing lately. A lot of Kid Icarus Uprising and Animal Crossing New Leaf. Although those are both old news, but this Animal Crossing game is the cocaine of just video games. It's just cheating. It's just so much fun. I've been selling a lot of bugs. So cool. And then Kid Icarus is awesome. But God, I can still only play that game like one level at a time because it hurts my hand.
I heard about that. I heard a lot of people get like their wrists fucked up on that.
God,
When I get it my turn to play Kid Icarus, I'm gonna dive in one level at a time for pansies, Chris.
Yeah.
Fight through
In
the
a
pain.
year and a half, when Miles gets to that game.
No, actually, I'll save it. I'll save it for my week. Continue.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else I did. Okay. So we talked about this in the pre-show a little bit, but so I've been talking recently that my brother's been playing a lot of Melee in anticipation for the new Smash, and so have I. So I actually know what the hell's going on in the games.
Scrubs.
And so I wanted to play Link because I love him so much. And my brother plays Roy, and he just consistently kicks my ass. So then I got pissed off, and I ended up texting my good old friend Vic here. And I was like, yo, Vic, like, how do I play Link? I mean, this is just brutal. I got back, like, an 8-page text message telling me how to play this character. This is talking about, like, zoning, whatever the hell that means, and, like, all this stuff. And he's telling me, like, play Link like you would in an actual Legend of Zelda game. And believe it or not, actually, as corny as that sounds, that actually helped like the most. Because I was like, rather than using the sword, I should...
Was that your imitation of me, of how I talk? Do I talk like that?
Maybe.
I hope not.
But
Go try. Only do.
but that was just so funny. And now my brother and I are just constantly fighting
That's not nice.
just Ganondorf. We're fighting Ganondorf on 9 and just hoping for the best most often.
Why don't you guys like fight each other?
Because we don't want to hurt each other's feelings.
I want to be honest. Before I started becoming like one of those assholes who play Smash Bros all the time, I liked playing with my friends against the level 9 computer because it's fun.
Oh, that's what we used to do.
Well-
Like every time Victor came over on Melee, I was Marth, he was Roy. We played Link in Young Link, and we would just go like we did a 99 stock match one time.
Yeah, I kind of missed on that.
Dude, that's like
Well,
you
we,
don't
tired
understand
of
how
it.
much all we did was play Smash.
Well, what do we do? We usually play free for all. It's just no teams and stuff, and so like naturally the computers die first, and it ends up with just him and I, and we usually just have like one life each. So it's not too competitive, but at the very end, it's just him versus me typically, and generally I lose. God damn it!
So
He's
Chris,
good.
I have to ask you some questions, okay?
Oh God,
I'm
keep
liking all them
keep it
questions.
simple.
Are you wave dashing?
Concise.
Are you L canceling?
Oh god.
Are you edge canceling?
I gotta tell you, he
Are you
doesn't
hack
do any of that.
stashing?
Any of that either.
You crouch canceling.
Oh, crowds can't. Thank you, Victor. Crowds canceling. Are you shuffling?
Are you
Fast
using them
forward?
up tilts? Are you using them up tilts, dude?
Dude, I'm using the sword. I throw a bomb in there every
Yo,
now and then.
Miles, tell me about this. Remember I don't know about you. I remember the first day I learned
Chris,
up
do
tilts.
you use PK Fire? That's all I use. It's got me through some
Dude,
hard times.
all I use is the bow and arrow, and I just hand it to him. He can't even reach me.
The first time I think I really learned about up tilts when you could turn, tap, jump, off, and brawl. It's like,
Oh
wait,
my god,
you can do something?
there's up tilts? There's so many more moves I can do for combos. This is crazy. I remember I tell people on campus there's up tilts. They're like, what the hell is an up tilt? I was like,
I have no idea
Like, you
what
guys
you're
are talking about up tilts. I have no idea what that is.
What's a down tilt?
You hold down with Link, he like
I assume
sweeps
it's
at
the
the leg.
opposite of an up tilt.
So as soon as you know how you press down and A, that'll be a smash attack. You tilt
you, like,
stick a little bit and
yeah.
press A. And it's not a smash attack. It's a tilt move.
Well, you know, if you smash it, so like if you like jam it down, but if you just hold it down and press the button, it's a tilt.
Yeah.
Okay, but they're called strong side attacks officially, but we call them tilts.
Are they good?
They're usually good for combos and starting combos and keeping combos going.
Give me a break. There aren't any combos in this game. Enough of that.
Don't say that. Please.
I keep it simple. One move at a time.
Oh my god. Anyway, who's left? Oh, Miles. We can skip him for this week. I'm just kidding. You can go ahead, Miles.
All right, so my week.
Xenoblade.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Predominantly
Spoiled
has
it.
been
Yes.
Xenoblade Chronicles. So
I saw you've been streaming that.
Yeah, I finished Tales of Xillia.
Before
I had something else we could discuss actually. Oh, it's gonna be fun. So I finished Tales of Xillia.
Oh god.
And then I had a little thing in between Tales of Xillia and Xenoblade called Jury Duty.
Oh my god.
So I stopped streaming those days. That trial was ridiculous. I'll just say a couple things. So
Yeah,
pretty
aren't you
much
not out to like really talk
no,
about
you
it?
are. Once it's over, you are. During it, you're not.
Give us all the deets.
Unless a minor is involved.
Yeah, then you're not supposed to talk about it.
We only talk about majors here.
All I'm gonna do is
What's wrong with you?
Brilliant. I wasn't even thinking about that. Great.
so all I'm gonna discuss about it is like what kind of happened. I don't want to go too much into details of the actual trial because it'll take too long. So pretty much, this woman comes from New York to Atlantic City and decides, I want to invest and want to go gambling with these two other guys. And then this guy in Atlantic City is like, hey, give me $100. She gives it to him for some reason after talking. She's like way too open, just tells people all this kind of stuff. Then it's like, oh, great. So now I got $800 for her, so maybe I can milk her for more. She goes, I have these two people, John and Mel, you can invest with. They didn't exist. So you need to give me $20,000. So on camera, she goes and gets $20,000 out of the bank, goes back and hands it to him. On camera, because on the show floor, so like they were like on the casino floor, so they had it on films. We saw her handing in the money, so we can't be like, oh, I never got this money. And then it's like, it kept going on, and then she kept giving him money. So in the span of, you have to listen to this, in the span of like end of January to March, she gave this man $230,000 and had 7 cents left in her checking account.
What?
And guess what he did with the money?
Invested it?
No, he gambled it. And they had records every single time he hit a table.
Literally
They
the
had
opposite.
records. So the case was interesting to see, because like when I went into it, because I used to do Molly UN and like I did a mock trial once. So like when I was in there, I was kind of interested because I was like, oh, this is kind of cool to see it from an actual angle. Then I had to remember like this is real, so I can't get too overboard with it.
Yeah.
And it's like I was sitting there and trying to figure out what the lawyers, because I didn't know this, but lawyers, when you go for jury, that you go in at a turn, and they can pick like people they don't want to be on the jury board and like kick them, like send them home. It's like, yeah, no, we don't want you here. So like get the jury a little bit more towards their side, but they have a limited amount of times they could do it. So it's pretty interesting seeing like what was like setting off each other lawyer to like get rid of the next person that came up, and eventually became bleedingly obvious. So I think either people were doing it on purpose or they were just clueless and just getting sent home.
Oh my god.
But like I thought the case was interesting because the prosecutors of the state was like setting up as, yeah, this girl is crazy and she's very gullible.
That's what I say whenever I bring up with the girl.
With it. Like that was an interesting angle because I thought they like just like, oh, she's so helpless. Like no, she's a fool.
Yeah, no.
And then the defense is trying to like be like, no, she just gambled all the money away and had a fanciful vacation, and then like she like spent $1,200 maybe on herself and gave this man $230,000, and then he gambled $400,000 in the span of 2 months.
That's crazy.
That is so bad. Oh my god.
So needless to say, we convicted him.
That's literally like.
But the worst part is he threatened her life, so then it got even worse.
What?
Because
like, and during the trial.
No. It was like no, that would be pretty bad.
Judge, I will kill her.
Oh God.
All right.
No, it's
I
like
think I know who's guilty.
after she gave him $40,000, he already spent it and didn't have money back from it. So he's like, they were drugs in her car, and he was freaking out like, yeah, I'm with these drug lords. You don't want to fuck with these people. If I go down, you're going down with me. And later he like threatened. Yeah, later he actually threatened like, if you talk about this, I'm going to kill you. So okay, so that it was we charged him with like $75,000+ in theft, $75,000+ in extortion, and terroristic threats. So threatening to kill someone.
That's crazy.
So
only fines or any jail
I'm
time?
I mean, we don't know. We had left after we did the sentence. Thank goodness, I went out of here, so we couldn't remember where I live.
I mean, I was really hoping for like a 12 Angry Men situation where it's like, alright, the jury's not going to discuss, and there's like one dude in there who's just like, no, I think he's innocent. No, I think he's innocent.
Good movie.
And it takes you like 2 days.
Yeah. Well, on the brighter side, now that's done, Xenoblade. So that's the next game I've been streaming. I love that game so much, but I like stopped playing it for a bit. Now I'm coming back to it, and it's finally hitting that RPG part of it's hitting in for me, where it's like, this always happens to me. Like it happened in Dragon Age 2, where like I'll play a game, yeah, and then like I'll make one character super good. For Dragon Age 2, it was Varric. Like he was just critting and destroying people. Everyone else is kind of shitty. Because I didn't build them right. So in Xenoblade, it's like Fiora. I have her set, and I got her special skill, which I'll talk about in a second. But I have her set that she has 2 gems to give her 46% chance to double attack. So when she does an auto attack, which is the fastest auto attack in the game, she has a chance to just instantly attack again. And
that's nice.
Soon she's going to get a skill that every single time she double attacks, she has a guaranteed crit.
Sounds good to me, dude.
So I have her running as my tank. So I love that game's a lot of fun. The problem I'm having with Xenoblade right now is that I thought all the side quests were useless. You didn't really have to do them. Little did I know there's skills for your main weapon from the side quest, 2 of them. There is 4th and 5th skill trees for every character, which all my main characters have maxed out their skill tree now. And I can't actually do that.
You can't go any further, yeah.
Hey, Miles, you want some advice on that?
What?
Get good.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
But here's the interesting thing.
Tough advice.
I'm saying with Xenoblade, it's like a mix of an RPG and an MMO, in the sense that all like the little hubs, or like the different towns, you actually get reputation with them, and you don't get certain quests and can't do the skill trees until you get those reputations really high.
That is
Problem
so
is
MMO.
that takes like 6 hours of only doing side quests.
Sounds like fun.
Is it a grind though, or is it nice?
I mean, some of them are fun because some of them actually add stuff. Some of them are like, oh, go find this thing that's hard to find. Good luck. So, I mean, I love the game. So hopefully I'm finishing Xenoblade tomorrow, because on Tuesday we're going to start Tales of Xillia 2, which is good news because I had to cancel my Amazon pre-order because I was going to come on Thursday. And I went to GameStop, and while I'm at GameStop, I found a little game called Kid Uprising.
Oh my god.
Dude, you're gonna like it. It'll be interesting to see what you think of the controls.
I'm so excited to try this. I cannot wait.
Yeah. Well, don't get me wrong, it's fun, but I just can't play it for more than like an hour and a half.
Problem is, I can't play it for a while because this is my idea. I'm going to send in my 3DS to get a capture card installed. So after Xillia, maybe after Destiny, between Destiny and Smash 4, when that comes out.
You're going to play Destiny?
Yeah, I'm going to play. Oh, stop it. I'm going to play Destiny.
For everyone who doesn't know, Michael and I bust Miles' balls all the time about playing the Xbox because I just got my Xbox, and I'm pretty sure I've played it more than you, Miles.
Harsh.
Pretty sure. I'm sorry.
Oh, he didn't take that well.
I'm sorry.
I played it a good amount. It's just I played it a lot, and I'm trying to play other games. I have like right now the biggest thing I was doing is killing my backlog of RPGs. I really want an RPG so badly. Like
there's nothing wrong with that. That's why it's called busting. I'm just messing with you about that.
Like when Dragon Age Inquisition hits, I'm sorry, Warlords of Draenor, but Inquisition comes out a couple days later. I'm gonna instantly switch to that.
Didn't it get pushed back to next year? Am I thinking of a different game?
No, it got pushed back to November. It was 4 days after Smash 4, and now it's 4 days after Warlords of Draenor.
Oh god. That's what were they thinking? What?
Well, because Blizzard just announced the release date of Warlords of Draenor. They didn't know.
Oh, really?
They moved it from October, and they got pushed. They put it in November. Like, hey, we got this nice space. Blizzard's like, nope.
Wait, are we already on? Oh man, that's one of our.
It is. That's why I didn't say the date, because we're gonna get to that. So yeah, so hopefully soon I'll send that in and get the capture card installed, and then we'll start streaming some DS games, and definitely Smash 4. I'm going nuts on that.
That makes me nervous, dude. I'm nervous about BlizzCon. Like, what are we gonna see? I mean, I know we're gonna see the movie. We're probably gonna be the first people to see like an actual scene from a movie or some shit like that.
No, they already did that at Comic-Con.
I thought it wasn't a full scene because they didn't finish all the CGI.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. But we'll see more.
I mean, they're gonna do more for their own convention than they are for like.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Of course.
Like they're gonna show stuff at those other ones because they want to get like everyone's hype. So they're like, "Hey, we're not just pandering to our own people, pandering to you too."
Yeah.
We're so hype right now.
The hypest. I guess
that's the end of my week.
Oh, okay. Real quick, Miles. Dude man in the chat wants to know, he has a question for us real quick, a live question. He wants to know how to get good at Smash Brothers.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. So...
Oh, God. I shouldn't have asked.
Yeah,
I'm going to take some water.
Okay, stop.
Well, I mean, no, I'm to be concise. I'm saying leave it on like a minute, like a real quick.
I don't know if I can do that.
Okay,
Okay, I'm kidding.
Play Nest, PK Fire, PK Fire spam.
It depends really on who you play.
Them, deals damage. And then you just walk up to them and you hit them with a bat.
Shut up.
Stop.
So
you need to go to like Smash Force and check for the section for your character. And the best thing I can say is there's going to be a lot of information there where they're going to tell you this is a good idea, this is a good idea. Check videos of people playing that character, see what they do, see if you can like not really mimic it, but try to like incorporate that, but put a spin on it. So like that's the way I thought about it. It's like
do the opposite, and you'll be fine.
It's like I always try to like see a person that's playing a character I'm playing. I watch what they're doing. Say that's a cool thing. I didn't know I could do that. And then say like, well, in that situation, I could have done this, or maybe you could have done this. And like I think that's the way. That's the kind of mindset you want to get at. Is what I'm trying to say.
The main thing about a fighting game is that the only way to get good is to know how every single character works. You got to know what characters can do to you and what you can do to them.
It's a similar thing with MOBAs, I guess, where it's like you just sort of have to.
You gotta play
Yeah, you have to know the matchups.
Once you know what your characters can do, then you work on what the other characters can do, and then you just sort of gotta keep that in the back of your mind.
And you gotta know if you're like a zoning character, spacing character. Like with Ness, I do a lot of spacing, and like I'm pretty good with that. Yeah. So,
you see, Link can shoot arrows, and that's what I do.
Link is also trash in Melee, so good luck with that.
Yes, so fire.
Is he that bad?
He's pretty bad. I mean, he's doable, but he's compared to like actually used characters. He's like you need to be really good.
How is he compared to Roy?
Roy is like trash, like ass tier. He's at the bottom.
Ass tier.
Like if you're playing Roy, you're better off playing.
He's literally shit tier.
No, my brother is literally not destroying me, but he beats me with Roy every time. Oh God, it's so annoying.
I mean,
although Link versus Roy, I guess it's just.
It's you out. Well, the problem is you both have good spacing and disjointed hitboxes, but you have projectiles that Roy doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I've read a lot about.
That's what you need to like focus on. Is your projectile game is better.
I still prefer fire and baseball bats. That's my preference for life.
It's a good preference.
Just in general.
So we gotta get serious for a second, guys. We gotta get a serious thing going. Yeah,
are we jumping all the way to the bottom of the list?
Because no, we're saying no. We're not that serious.
Oh, not that serious. All right.
So this defines what kind of person you are. This question: who is your favorite Ninja Turtle? Because you can tell a lot about a person by who their favorite Ninja Turtle is. Mine, for example, is Michelangelo because I'm a goofy dude and I like to bullshit all the time. Chris, who's yours?
I'm gonna be honest. It's been a while since I've watched any Turtles.
Leonardo.
But from when I was young, though, my favorite, hands down, was Raphael.
Hold on. I want you to explain this.
What?
Because I did not picture you ever saying Raphael.
Yeah, I picture you as a Leonardo kind of guy.
He was just such a bad mother. He didn't take anything from anyone. And he would just, I don't know, he'd always get pissed off, and then, like, he would be really, really dark. But then he would always just, like, try to beat the crap out of people. But he wasn't always the best fighter.
I love when he tried to leave the team and always ended up, like, getting almost killed.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Every time he tries. He always tries.
It makes for an interesting character, but I don't know. I may have to reevaluate that question, though, because it's been a while since I've...
He's the Blue Ranger of the Ninja Turtles.
Whoa.
Pretty much.
Now we're talking. Yeah, no, and I also thought his weapons were so cool. The size.
Yeah, the size are pretty cool. I mean, I always like Raph. Like, I like at the start of a series when they introduce him, he's just like all hot-headed for like whatever reason, and they slowly build him up, and you slowly get to understand him. He slowly gets a bit calmer, but he's still, you know, the same character. But I like his build-up. I always think it's an interesting part every new series they do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because that's like his character is gonna be like a bit of a rogue. You know, he's gonna screw everything up somehow. But that's mine.
So is that 2 for Raph, Miles, or you?
No. I'm Donatello. I thought that was kind of.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Donatello is by far my favorite. I guess he's the nerdy one, so I get him more than the other characters pretty much, just because like he's into like just making things, and he's like wants to be an inventor and a scientist, and he likes all these little gadgets. In the new series, he makes a tracking device out of a Game Boy. It's like, that's amazing. So I just really like Donatello. And it's like, it's cool. Like, you should watch the new series. Like, it's so funny. Like, when he actually turns it on, and every time like it gets introduced, it makes the Game Boy turn on sound. It's amazing. You should really like the new series is so good.
Only thing I don't like about it is like he can't date April. Like, that can't happen. It has to be Casey in April.
Oh, Casey. So, can he be my favorite turtle?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
You could do Casey. Casey is he's so awesome.
If you like him, you pretty much Raph is probably your favorite character. Though.
Also, Casey is voiced by Josh Peck.
Yeah, you can
is he
tell.
really?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to listen for it. That's pretty interesting.
All right, Mike. Who's your favorite?
I'm actually gonna have to go with Chris on this one, Raphael, because I mean they're supposed to be ninjas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like he seems the most like combative of all of them.
Yeah, he's probably the best fighter.
Yeah, but he's more of a Russian. I thought Leo was the most ninja-like.
See, that's what I was thinking. Is Leonardo actually the best fighter?
So here's how it goes lore-wise. I think Leonardo might be the best fighter, but if Michelangelo stopped playing around all the time, he'd be the best. Master Splinter said multiple times that Michelangelo would be the best person. He just needs to stop bullshitting all the time.
Interesting, yeah. Because I would like to say Raph is the best fighter, but
Raph is the strongest fighter.
Yeah, by far. He's definitely strongest.
He just gets a bit hot-headed in fights and loses himself. I figure.
Yeah.
All right. I guess Michael, you can take number 1 on the docket because I don't know anything about this game.
Oh, okay. Number 1.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is either.
For those of you who don't know, we have like show notes. All right, so number 1, we have a terrible introduction. Arcade is actually out on Steam. I wrote this one up here because I thought that was really interesting. But Arcade is out on Steam now, so now you can get the game and not have to go through let's be honest, everything except for Steam, all like the digital game distribution
they're all trying their hardest.
They try and fail.
Yeah.
Terribly, miserably.
Actually, yeah.
And so you don't have to Alright, so since I'm in the alpha, I have to go through Glyph. I can't use Steam. I had to use Trion's thing, Glyph.
Glyph? Is that
Yeah, they called it Glyph. And it looks nice. And I was like, alright, at least that works. And so I'm like halfway through the download, and all of a sudden, like my computer is just freezing. And I mean, like, I'm turning everything off, and eventually I pull up a thing to see like how much RAM this thing is using, and the thing, like, I was downloading it and everything was fine up until like the halfway point of downloading Arcade, and all of a sudden it's literally using all of my RAM. And I was like,
all of it?
Yeah. I pull up like one of those little things that's like, how much percentage is being used, and it's like 99%.
Oh God.
And it's like,
whoa.
Huh.
What?
I was like, what? But the thing is, it was fine all the way up until like the halfway point, and it was like that up until it finished. Like,
wow.
that was when I ended up turning off my Skype, because I was like, I can't put anything else on here. I turned off everything else. I literally had just that running, and I had one YouTube video that was freezing every 5 seconds.
Oh my God.
Because I was like, I'm not just gonna sit here. This is 2014.
So now it's on Steam, and is everything fixed?
So it's on. Well, no,
Well,
because
the beta's on Steam.
Glyph is still broken.
Yeah.
But now, if you actually want to get the game, you can actually get the game without like freezing your computer for 2 hours.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Sorry,
But,
I don't want to turn this into a yawn cast. Been staying up a lot the last couple of nights.
Yawn cast.
But I'm really excited for it. I'm glad that's coming to something other
what
than
is
like.
this game? I don't even know what this game is.
So I heard Michael and his explanation too. So the way first time I saw it and was looking at videos of like people like Crip streaming it, it's pretty much like EVE Online in a fantasy setting. Because like you make your character, you level them up, but it's all about commerce. So for instance, you could be a pirate, own your own ship, find other players' ships, raid them, and they need to pay you to cross your waters.
And it can be like your own faction because it's a faction thing, but you can like.
So is it like water based?
No, it's a bunch of stuff. Like there's like gliders where you can like glide through the sky for a while. You can have your own farm. And what was funny is I saw Crip doing this. You can actually steal from other people's farms, but at least like little clues and prints where they can find you and that you did it and what they do and like in return.
Wow.
And
wait, didn't you say you could open up your own haberdashery?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, you can do. There's crafting in the game. There's gathering in the game, and I assume that you can have like a farm of like materials that you can use to like. Like you can have a flax farm where you can then sell that. And
so you can have a haberdashery.
Over, I mean.
So it's very
multi-cannon.
Yeah, it's very commerce.
Don't give out.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, like later on, I'm very much willing to try it. So like this is the only problem of why I haven't tried it. So we haven't talked about the founders packs. So if you want to play it now, Chris, you can play it now for $50.
Okay.
But that'll only give you beta access. But
beta.
And like a little silver glider. If you pay $100,
and you get like a month of the premium stuff in the beta.
Yeah.
Premium stuff in the beta, and like.
Wait! You just mentioned 100.
If you pay $100, you also get beta access. You get more gold. You get a special Phoenix flyer, and a couple other things. But if you want to be a real man and get some alpha access, you need to put up $150.
Oh,
that gives you alpha and beta, a set of armor.
Why would you want alpha?
And a glider.
Beta? What? You want to see it even worse?
No, but the beta's not out yet, so now you're playing it while people can't.
Oh, I see.
So that was my issue. Is like I kind of want to play this game, but it's a free to play game, and I don't want to put up that kind of money.
That's why I was happy when I got the invite. I was like, yes. It's like, yeah, that's $150 right there. That's $150 value. I just got it for free.
That's so bizarre. Screw that.
Yeah.
They're just trying to make coin off that. That's baloney.
Save that until the game's free to play. Like, you're like, man, this is.
Isn't that like Star Citizen or whatever that game's called? Star Citizen.
Yeah, that's like a lot of games nowadays are doing like this early access. It's basically early access, pretty much. I mean, they can call it an alpha if they want, but if you're paying to get in, it's early access.
Oh my god! Did you hear about the Rust early access problem that's going on right now?
No.
So like, here's the thing: Rust was like started making their game, and they kind of put it on pause real quick to make the second game. But they already had the first game in early access. They already had Rust on early access. And they're changing a lot. They want to come back and change a lot of things with the game. And people are like, what the hell? We paid for it. You said you're going to give us this game, and you're changing it up. So that way you can have more time to make another game. So it's just it's just an example of how like early access is like ridiculous.
Screw that.
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
You're paying for something that's not finished. So like, if they want to change the game up, you're fucked. You know?
Yeah.
That pisses me off.
You can literally buy the game with the intention of, oh, don't worry, one day this will be a full game, and that could be the only thing you get.
Mm-hmm.
I think it happened with DayZ. I think the lead designer DayZ, I think his name was like, it's like its in-game name was Rocket. He like left the studio.
Oh yeah.
That dude made a lot of money though, and he's like,
before the game's finished.
No, but they're still up. The game's still being worked on. He's just not there.
Well, the lead guy of Rust did a similar thing. He was like, I'm working on a different project now.
Yeah, that's what.
And everyone flipped out. Everyone was like, what? Rust isn't even done. You're moving on to something else? I mean, granted, it's a video game company, so, like, you can move on to something else. That's a legitimate thing. Like, you can do that. Like,
he's not in the middle of a current project, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like, would we have been any of the wiser if he did that and didn't tell anyone? Like,
not to mention he was the lead. He was like the guy in charge.
Yeah.
It'd be like someone just leaving a company, being like, you guys can handle it. Don't worry.
Well, I mean, he's still part of the company, but he's just like, I'm gonna lead up something else.
Right.
I mean, granted, that doesn't sound great, but the thing is he's not the one writing the code and calling all the shots.
That's true. Yeah, he's
and it's not like it's that complicated of a game. It's It's a Daisy clone. I mean, how hard can you get? I mean,
Shots fired, Mike.
Well, unfair. It's like
so
Daisy
now
meets Minecraft.
Wait. So now pansexuals hate us. People that like Russ hate us.
No. There is a game that is Daisy into Minecraft, and it's called Unturned, and it's free to play, and it's currently and you can play it. It's free to play. It's early access.
Yeah, but that game also looks pretty terrible.
It does because that's the actual like. But I've played a bit of it, and it's not too bad. I mean, sure, it looks bad, but that's because there's like a 19-year-old who made the entire thing. One person made the entire thing.
That doesn't mean I want it.
It's free to play.
Wait, 19-year-olds making games? Are you talking about Smash Brothers?
You're not allowed. It's the law.
Oh my god.
By the time that game comes out, Victor, Sakurai will be 5 years old.
Yeah, seriously. Well, speaking of the law, lawsuits, guys. Lawsuits.
Man,
So-
that's a better transition than mine.
That transition was like butter on
Gosh.
rocks.
God. Wait.
Box.
Wait a minute. That's not a compliment. Oh my god. Yeah. So, Michael, again, you want to put this in a docket? I'm still slightly confused on this. I heard some things about it, but you can take it.
Okay, fine, I'll take it.
I'm pretty sure I
Alright.
did this.
Okay, Miles, you take it.
No, I put the first one in. Miles, you can take the second one.
Ladies, please.
Everyone listening is like, this is great. All right. So the first one, I put this up here a week and a half ago. So Sony settles. Back in 2011, their PSN, like a bunch of PSN accounts, got basically compromised passwords, stuff like that. Credit card
Very
information.
compromised. It was pretty a big deal.
Yeah.
I didn't have a PlayStation, so decently compromised. It wasn't that bad.
Oh my god.
But you know how people get all uppity about that sort of thing. So
I mean,
Just
the
it's
service
just
was
their credit cards.
PSN was also down for like several months, Michael. Like it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
come on. But
Oh my god.
well, it didn't affect me, so I'm just saying. So not my country, but
Oh my God.
get affected. But all right, so they're settling it 3 years later. Pretty decent time. Actually, pretty decent time. But basically, people get free games.
Yeah. Also, I heard that if you
Wait, what? Wait, what happened with the settlement?
And 3-month subscription. Yeah, settlement for $15 million, but they're dividing that between everyone who owns a PlayStation, so everyone just gets one free game.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And like 3 months of PlayStation Plus.
What's funny is if you were around when it happened, you already got a free game. So you get 2 free games, but they're old. So free games.
But still, free stuff.
Like on your PS3.
I heard that if you could
Or
prove
your
that,
PSP. Don't forget the PSP that they're never going to
gosh.
update ever again.
Wait, is that
Users could choose a free PS3 or PSP game from the list of 14 games.
only 14
Oh.
games?
Petapon 2, let's go.
There we go. Oh, that's a good fucking game, though.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god! I also heard that if you can somehow prove that you were the victim of it, like you lost your credit card information to someone, they will pay you like $1,500 or something like that.
Yo. Now we're talking. Let's commit false fraud and try to get some money out of PlayStation. Or Sony, I should say.
This whole settlement thing seems really weird to me because it's like, if I had lost money, I didn't lose money because I don't have a PS3, so But if I had lost money, I'd be like, I want my money back. I didn't lose my PlayStation things that I bought. That's not what I lost.
If you lost money, that's different, right? Because they would then reimburse you.
Well, yeah, but isn't that the whole point? Would be money? I don't know what happened.
Well, no, not money. Didn't get money.
Sorry, we gave your credit card information to some Chinese people over there.
Oh god!
Well, yeah, no, but then that's
I'd be
when
can I
that's
have my
when you
money
go to
back? You can have Halo 3.
oh but no, that's when you could be like, hey Sony, I got royally screwed, and they'd be like, oh, here's $1,500. I mean, I guess if you got even more screwed, then they'd probably owe you more money.
Yeah, I'm thinking 1,500 doesn't sound like a lot if your credit card was stolen.
It might have been more. I don't know the exact number, but it was a decent amount. It was a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
And think about most credit cards have a limit too, so like you would cancel it.
Yeah, but it's like a daily. That's
Also,
true.
credit
You
cards
should get
don't
noticed
have
if it
money
goes
on
too
them.
far.
Credit cards don't have money.
Yeah, but you can take it and swipe.
Sure. I mean, they can be used, but
yeah. So like, say my limit's $1,000. That's a monthly limit, Miles. It's not like a daily. Credit cards are different than debit cards. So
Well, yeah,
that's your monthly limit. So.
You can also
That's
just
true.
have them like nix it. Just be like, hey, I actually didn't buy literally any of this.
Yeah.
And you can be like, oh, just kidding.
Um,
So what's the other thing? So that's what I find that interesting that they actually like confronted that.
Yeah.
Well, they had to. People were trying to sue them. It's not like they confronted this. They were forced to.
But
And there's also a $400,000 lawsuit in the UK that happened as well.
Oh god.
Because like the thing is, people were still paying for PSN, like PlayStation Plus at the time. They just couldn't play.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So
I
people
wasn't,
wanted
yeah,
to
that's
sue
true.
them.
I forgot about that.
I wasn't aware of that.
At the time that I put this up here, the settlement was not approved by the judge yet. So it's possible that they might offer more or less, or well, probably more. But if the judge is like, no, I don't think that's good enough because people's credit cards got stolen by the Chinese, you know.
Oh god. Chinese are stealing all our credit cards.
But
Interesting. So what's the other settlement? What's the
Yeah.
other?
Yeah, what's up with Sega?
So Sega and Aliens Colonial Marines.
Oh god, that game.
They got sued for settled for 1.25 million because pretty much the whole thing it broke down to is if you looked at the original trailer when they first announced
So
Aliens,
different.
it
So
was
different.
so different than what we got, and what we got was crap compared to it. So pretty much
And
it
even
was
the early
false
gameplay.
advertising. So they
Good.
got sued on those charges.
I'm glad
Which
they got sued. That's baloney.
I'd rather it hit Gearbox than Sega, but I guess whatever.
well, no. I
Yeah,
want
'cause
to.
Sega's a publisher. You get the publisher. You don't have the developer.
That's nonetheless, they were the ones selling.
And also, I want to get my Borderlands.
Yeah. Stay away from Gearbox. I want Borderlands.
It seems like the only game they
You can
do
hit them
well
for
is
everything
Borderlands.
else, but just maintain their Borderlands division.
By the way,
Actually,
Why do you
actually,
pronounce
that's
it like that?
basically
That's
what
so
Xbox
annoying.
is doing right now. They're
what
just
Borderlands?
the Borderlands. The Borderlands.
You don't even pronounce like half the letters. Borderlands.
Well, so wait, Michael,
Borderlands.
are you getting the pre-sequel? I'm sorry to segue like this away from another. Are you getting the pre-sequel?
Yeah, I'm totally getting it on my last gen console.
Yeah,
I'll get it. I'll get it too if you guys.
I'm
get
getting it on my PC because I don't have an Xbox 360
Miles
anymore.
will play it. But wait, Miles, are you gonna play it too, or?
Oh my god! I'm gonna play the game. Look, look. I want to tell you my schedule. This is what I'll be playing, just so you know. So tomorrow will be Xenoblade. Tuesday is gonna be Tales of Xillia. September 9th is gonna be Destiny. October 3rd is gonna be Smash 4. November 13th is gonna be Warlords of Draenor.
Spoiled
November
it.
18th is going. Oh, we'll get to it. November 18th is going to be Dragon Age, and then after that, I don't know.
Oh no! Wait,
So
I'll
now you
give
have
you-
the schedule.
there's 5 days.
I'll
between-
give you up to Xenoblade.
Oh no!
Oh, you just realized there's 5 days between.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was saying that. It's really bad.
Oh gosh, my. Oh no!
You have to beat all.
I have
of
to drop out of classes now,
Oh,
and I can
God.
finish them. I'll get about half.
We
this
have to
semester.
get to level 100 in 5 days, Michael.
Ah!
Oh, it's hard. Trust me. I did this for Miss while in college. I stayed up like 2 days straight, and it took me maybe 3 days, and I was staying
gonna
up
tell you now that's
24
very
hours.
unhealthy.
Yes, it was terrible.
For your
Looking
personal
back on
self
that-
and your libido.
Actually,
That's
thinking
not
about
good.
it, it was a lot of fun. Thinking back, it was a lot of fun. Was it the best idea? No.
Oh god, I'd
It was the
die.
price I paid for hardcore rating.
See, I gotta do the same
Oh,
thing, but I
semi-hardcore
have to
rating.
do it because I'm getting paid to do that because I'm an RA. Oh my god.
Or maybe just do the schoolwork. I don't know. Ah, fuck you, Chris.
All right.
What do you know?
Google. So, all right. I guess what's next on the docket is Google. So, Google has been known to like take companies and
Oh,
just
wait.
like
Victor, can I cut you off for a second?
go ahead.
We're just talking about settlements and money and stuff. Whatever happened with Capcom?
Nothing.
Weren't they like up for sale?
No, they weren't up for sale. Remember, they let down the shield so someone can actually purchase them if they wanted to, but they weren't up for sale.
Did
So,
that,
like,
did
so
that ever
someone-
happen?
No one ever became the majority stock
Aw,
holder.
no
as
one
far as
bought
I
it.
know.
Ah,
I mean, maybe I don't know. I haven't really looked
Were
into
you hoping
it.
Nintendo would
it's
buy
possible
Mega
that-
Man?
yes.
Yes.
That's what everyone was hoping.
All I wanted was Nintendo to buy it and make a Mega Man game. Ah, would have been awesome.
Because you can't buy it because they weren't up for sale, so you can't buy individual properties. You would have to buy the whole company.
You'd have to buy all of Capcom. I was really hoping Nintendo would do it. Ah,
And nope.
oh well. All right,
maybe next week. All right. So like I was saying, Google bought Twitch for $1 billion. So I want to read all the drawbacks and stuff that Miles kindly put here. All past highlights and past broadcasts were taking up multiple petabytes.
So
That's a lot.
A petabyte is more than 1 million gigabytes. And the thing is with Twitch is they used to save every single past broadcast was just saved. And especially if you were a partner, they just kept it.
Past broadcasts will be removed August 27th.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
And increased rolling storage. So Miles, what's that?
So now the way they're going to do it is, which is good for me, because before my broadcast would last like 3 days and they'd just be gone. So unless I say to save it. So now what will happen is broadcasts will last 14 days. The reason it's 14 is they did they checked. And after about 14 days, viewership on a VOD on Twitch is goes to 0 and it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're a regular broadcaster like me, so anything I record now after that August 27th will last 14 days. If you're a turbo, so if you pay the $10 a month, or if you're a partner, so you can actually get money from your stream, it'll last 60 days. So that's 2 months about. That's very good.
That
and
sounds
highlights, and you keep highlights forever. That doesn't change.
That makes sense.
What,
you know,
what is a highlight? Are those your good ones?
That's like a clip. So whenever we do the podcast, if I want to go into the whole stream that we did, cut out the pre-show and just take the podcast, that would be a highlight. That would be saved to the channel.
Sure.
That anyone could visit my channel and go, I want to see his highlights, and click them. So I have a couple highlights of the last boss in Zillia, the hidden boss in Zillia, and when Xenoblade soft locked. I forgot to mention that. Real fast. So I was playing Xenoblade. There's a thing called a chain attack where two partners would fight together. So I initiated on a thing, and Fiora couldn't get to me because she was stuck behind an enemy. So I had to restart the game.
Oh god.
Oh, what?
Because I couldn't cancel it. It just kept going back and forth, so the game soft locked.
Well, that's a bug if I've ever heard.
You could also look at the highlight. It was kind of funny. When it happened, I'm what is going on?
Did you save any highlights from when we were playing and I was playing as Ness when we were playing Smash Brothers?
I only did that because I was testing. I was testing capture cards. That's the ones. Those are the ones I saved.
Okay.
I will. If we do anything really cool, I'll save them since I have a whole setup for it now.
So Twitch partners with Audible Magic to flag VODs.
These are the drawbacks.
Yeah, these are drawbacks. Twitch partners with Audible Magic to flag VODs for copyrighted music. If a VOD is flagged, it gets muted for 30 minutes. A lot of people saw this coming.
From when the flag hits to when it ends.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, people saw this coming because of YouTube and how YouTube works with flagging. If Google bought it, we're all right, they're going to handle the situation. Because before, you can play any type of song you wanted,
I'm so broken with that kind of argument because both sides are so. You can see both sides of the argument so much.
Mm-hmm.
No, but here's the thing. Say you actually bought it, yeah? So I paid, let's say, 99 cents to play a song. The thing is, if I'm playing a song to myself, that's fine. If a friend comes over the house, I play it for them, that's fine. When you do it to 1,000, 10,000 people, that becomes an issue.
Wait, even if you
pay for it, because you paid 99 cents, but now 10,000 people are listening to it off of your 99 cents. So you see,
I don't mind that too much.
See, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but that's I can see where people are coming from.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you buy a DVD, you can't show it in a
theater.
Place.
You can't go to a theater and let's watch this. It's no,
but you can show it over Skype to your friend.
Yeah, well, if your friend comes over, you can show it.
But also, the point of the podcast is not to show off the music.
Yeah.
It's to show off something else. It's just background.
Yeah.
See, as long as someone.
Oh yeah, Michael, I didn't buy Star Trek that one time. By the way, I don't think I bought that.
Oh.
That's so random.
I'm kidding. I did.
I would be oh, the ethics in this is just piling up.
I'm an RA. I'm straight edge.
Oh my god! Shut up.
All right. So another thing I want to say is, and this is the kind of sad part with this. Well, I mean, I'll save part of it for the end. Actually, no, keep going. I'll save it for the end because I want to hear everyone's thoughts and I want to give my own as someone that's kind of more into the streaming scene.
Go ahead. I think we're all pretty content. We're ready to listen.
Well, no, I mean.
The one thing I just want to... You go, Chris.
So I haven't heard all the downsides. I don't know if we've said them yet, but without knowing too much about this, right? I think I would say I think this is a benefit to Twitch for such a large
yeah.
for such a large company to look into this and invest in it and probably make it a huge deal, right? I mean, it'll probably be big. I think this could only help Twitch, given there appear to be drawbacks, but I think the benefits of strictly just now being owned by this major corporation can only benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like I feel the same way with like when we talked about Oculus Rift getting bought out. Like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
yes, they got bought out for another company, but they invested so much money that now they can do so much more with.
Yeah, definitely. So so you being someone really into the streaming scene, do you see this as good?
Okay, this is the way I feel like the muting of. Oh, we missed the part. So highlights can now only be 2 hours long. So that's bad. Like that doesn't seem that bad. It's like yeah, it's only 2 hours. It's not that bad. But you got to remember, a lot of Twitch is speedrunners, and people speedrun like Japanese role playing games.
Oh,
those
yeah.
things take so long.
Huh? How
So
interesting.
they're kind of upset because now they can't really, or more so, they can't just save it on their channel because it takes so long. Either they break it down, or which is an option now, you can upload the entire thing to YouTube. Like the whole thing, you can just say.
I agree with that, but they got to do what they got to do to keep Twitch free. You know what I mean? Because it gets so expensive. I can imagine by having petabytes of
all
stuff.
that data.
You know
And
what I mean?
here's another thing that came up from this. For a while, and I guess actually what's funny is they kind of backpedaled on this because for a while it was also muting in-game music. So some Legend of Zelda tracks were triggering and being muted.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
And at first, in the email, like I had the original email. The original email said that, yeah, we're going to check in-game music and copyrighted music. And it's like in-game music on a gaming site.
Yeah.
So
That's a little brutal.
They kind of backpedaled.
That's one thing that I have a lot of issues with is and this happens on YouTube as well, is just because it seems like that they don't really consider what it is, and it's not like it's the company going. It's not like Nintendo's like, you know, he's not like words. Nintendo's not like
Hard.
on Twitch like, hey, he's using our song flag. It's some robot somewhere going, this is from this copyrighted.
Yeah.
You
See, this is what I was saying earlier.
get squelched.
I get it to a point, but okay. So first, the in-game music that's a bit much. What do you expect from a gaming, like streaming website? Right? There's gonna be music in everything. So that's a little. Yeah, that's too much. Just you have to expect that all games have music. Literally, you wouldn't be able to do it without the music. In some games, the music is like really important to it, so that's crazy. But when it comes to like YouTube and stuff, I get it, right? I mean, it's just so hard because then that comes the idea, like we were saying earlier, if you buy it or not, and then showing it to a bunch of people. But it's not like you're trying to leak the music for free. If anything, it's like free promotion. If anything, you're showing the people music, but still you're showing people music that it's someone else's property and you're just using. And a lot of people may just steal it. If you buy it, I don't have an issue with that because that's you don't own it, but you've bought an item that you're now choosing to use in an art, in the multimedia way. But like if you steal the music and then you put it online for all these people to hear, I mean that's just
shitty.
Yeah, I mean you're not respecting the artist. I don't know. It's tough, but something like this with the in-game music, that's just ridiculous. What do you expect, right? Do you want everything to be silent?
Yeah, I think they had that there, and then they thought about it because I think they're changing that part, so that's not going to trigger anymore, or at least it shouldn't, because that was kind of silly. So now I'll give my opinion on it. So when it comes to actually listening to music, it's kind of funny. Like there's a couple bands, I can't think of all of them. I was trying to think of it, but I know at least the band Machine Supremacy. I heard of because I was listening to a streamer I liked, and I heard their song play a couple times. So I looked up the song, and I got into the band. Now I own like 3 of their albums. I only found out about this band because I was listening to a stream. So and there's a couple other bands that are the same way. Like it's free promotion. So I'm kind of like, but the thing is, and this is the part that really matters. This only affects VODs, for now at least. So it's like, and Twitch, VODs are such a small, minute part of Twitch compared to like...
What is a VOD?
So it's like after we're done this podcast, the past broadcast would appear on my, like, it would appear there. So say I played like AC/DC during the podcast at some point. So that part of the podcast might be muted, but while we're doing the podcast, it doesn't matter. It only matters
it's everything
after
that's
it's
not
done.
live.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
the not
everything's
live
not-
content.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh? How interesting.
So that's the flip of this. It's like, it's all stuff that's not live. And like, what I thought was ironic is people were like seriously overreacting. Like, one streamer is like, yeah, I'm looking to other sites now. I cancel all my subscriptions and I'm going to be done with this. And like, I saw him streaming like this past week still. It's like, oh, okay. I don't know. People were like,
you
all up
say
in arms.
VODs are a small portion?
Yes.
So
Like,
people don't like save their streams?
no. They save them.
You
It's
usually
just
watch
like,
them live.
yeah, you normally watch them live. So like the good thing about a VOD is, say, like, so I'll give you an example. So the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championships just happened. It was like in Europe though, so I can't be awake to watch that. So when I get up the next day, I just go watch the VOD of what happened.
Yeah, but then it'd be silent at certain parts.
Well, no, because it's a card game.
Well, no, but if there was...
if there was music, certain parts would be silent. But apparently there's a way to get around that. It's some Chrome add-on probably. So
There's always.
Huh.
So yeah, I mean, I get where people are coming from, because like, it's, people want to say stuff about this because it's a start of a bad sign, right? Because like, if they start here, where do they stop? Is that kind of, idea behind it? But at the moment, currently it's only affecting VODs. If they ever start doing stuff to actual streams, they probably kill their own site. So I think Twitch understands that.
Yeah, the same thing with the in-game music. They would just be shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, they're not stupid. Like, you're not going to buy an ice cream shop and not let them sell ice cream. You know what I mean? Like, it's not dumb. I don't know. I hate people that act like, oh my god, it's all over. We're all going to die. Like, no, calm down. They bought it for a reason. It's going to be fine.
That's just it. Google knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And Twitch, they've been around for a long enough time. They know what they're doing. And
because Twitch is still there. It's not like the people that do Twitch just
yeah.
You know what I mean?
They didn't, like, when they were bought, they didn't just like, all right, all the guys go the shots. You guys gotta have fun finding a new job. Don't worry.
Everyone is fired.
Don't worry. We got Bill.
Now.
Don't worry. We got Bill and his wife to pick up the slack. Don't worry. They'll handle it.
Oh my god.
And they're just like, hey, we have we're gonna
just like, now we own you. Keep doing
How about
whatever.
we not let you guys put video games up anymore? Yeah, that's a good thing for Twitch.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if Google came in and did the Disney approach with Marvel and just be like, hands off, like, hey, we own you now, you're stable, we just want the profits from what you're doing because we like you guys, but we're not going to say, oh no, Mickey Mouse needs to be an Avenger now and all this, like.
Yeah, but let's make Guardians of the Galaxy, because that's a great movie, right, Chris?
Oh my god.
I like that. Whatever.
With that being said, Mickey should have been an Avenger.
Oh my god, yes.
Whoa.
Dude, he's a Keyblade Master and an Avenger.
I'm gonna beat the balls off of Loki.
I just thought, what if, wait.
Oh my god.
What if they put Marvel characters in the next Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
My
It's
God.
possible.
I think that'll happen.
I might actually
it's
buy.
going to be amazing.
I don't think that's that far-fetched at all.
I might.
After Pirates of the Caribbean 2.
Yeah,
because they
not
put in
that,
Pirates of the Caribbean and they put in Tron.
Yeah.
And how about Star Wars? Let's not forget that.
I
That's
think that's
true.
a little bit,
Oh my
god!
I didn't even think about that. They put Star Wars
it
in
would
there?
actually fit Star Wars better though.
Holy crap, that's good. That would be amazing.
Keyblade lightsaber?
Because they're both based off of kind of like samurais, you know what I mean? Like a group of samurai, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Alright, but bundles. There's a lot of bundles.
I might actually buy a Kingdom Hearts game now.
You should have bought it already. You
Have
crazy
you
fool.
never played a Kingdom Hearts game?
No.
Hey, Michael. You might be down for playing like 100 hours straight of Kingdom Hearts with me and Chris one day. Watch
how
where
are
you
you
tread.
how are you friends with Miles and I never even played?
Like the thing is, he never owned a... Did you own a
they're one of
PlayStation
the-
2, Michael?
Michael.
Hello?
Michael laughed so he
Dang it,
died.
I sat on my mute button.
Wait,
Why is no one listening to me? I was like, why is everyone not talking? And whether I'm here or not.
wait. Answer Miles. Did you own a PS2?
Yes.
Oh, I couldn't remember if you did or not.
didn't own Kingdom Hearts?
What's funny is Michael was always around me, Victor, Yvonne, and Ryan, who all loved Kingdom Hearts and talked about it all the time.
That's literally like owning an Xbox and not playing Halo.
Yeah, no, that's kind of crazy. It's like you never even tried it. Like, I mean, even coming over to Miles' house and just trying it.
You'll be just engrossed by that game.
On that either,
Oh,
and it's been the funniest thing for so long because it's like I would question myself every once in a while. And I'd be like, how the heck did I get to be friends with all these people? I don't play any of these games.
I can't believe it. I'm
yeah.
still.
I don't play the same genre.
Yeah, seriously, Michael. We never played it. Like, other than like that, now we play games together. But when we were kids, we have no same nostalgia games at all.
Because it was like me, Michael, and Chris, and like you, Ryan, and Yvonne.
No,
and like
even
we like
Chris and I,
collaborate
even
together.
Chris and I have nostalgia games. Like, not you, Chris, like the different Chris.
But like
Chris and I.
we had RuneScape.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We all played
That doesn't
RuneScape.
count. That's not really a video game.
What? That's a life simulator.
It pretty much is.
Yeah, for Yvonne, he just
Especially teaches
wants
the
that.
hardships of loss when someone hacks your account and steals all your shit.
Oh,
Twice.
my God.
Twice.
All right. For those of you listening, this is a cautionary tale not to put your password as your name.
Yes. And then not to have your friend's little brother tell some other kid you were arguing about so he could teach you a lesson by stealing it.
You're literally the dumbest person I've known.
Look,
Your
I was like
password's
9.
name.
I was like 6 or 9. Let's not talk
For
about
that-
it.
He was like
You're
12 or 13. That
You're
was
like-
what you voted.
It needs to be something I can remember, so I can remember my name.
X was there.
Oh, God.
Let me tell you what my first RuneScape password was. Verbatim. Cheese.
Well, sir, I picked my name, and I never forgot it.
I think mine was paper, notebook, pencils.
That's a good thing.
Actually, technically, I got hacked 3 times, because I got hacked once, it got stolen. I had you guys farm flax and get it back, and I got hacked again, it got stolen. And then Yvonne hacked me and put a message in my ignore thing, like, your password is stupid, change it.
Just handing you your ass.
See, Yvonne's the man. Well, I don't know what he's doing now, but he was the man.
He's engaged.
He is?
He is?
Yeah. Yes.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I guess we'll talk about that in the post show, because I got some questions. I
I
I
got some
don't
questions.
I don't know. I mean, it's not my life, but
So for all you guys out there, Yvonne's going to be a running thing in our show of this mysterious man who travels to different countries and has adventures and stuff. Mouse, he went to London for a while.
Yeah, he told me, like, Michael, either you or Michael were talking with Ryan's like, where, how was hanging out? No, I wouldn't do that. He's gone. He's like,
Yeah,
what?
no, that was me. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to go to his house. He's like, nah, dude, he's like in a different place now. Is he dead? Nah, he's in London.
He's in a bit. What's the difference?
All right. Anyway, yeah.
What's
no,
next
Kingdom
on the
Hearts. Kingdom Hearts has aged pretty well, I think, actually.
Oh,
Too.
definitely.
So,
The
Michael,
second-
you're going to play Kingdom Hearts 3. You're not going to understand a damn thing, but you're going to
Oh,
play
he
it.
can't. No, that's like mean. You don't even know what the hell's going on.
There's so many Kingdom Hearts games, you would be so confused. Like, there's literally 2 characters named Ansem, and the only difference is one adjective, Ansem the Wise, and just Ansem.
What
And
about
like-
Xemnas?
Yeah,
Dude, even playing Kingdom Hearts 1 to 2 is so confusing. Because
they
you don't
tell
get
you anything.
in the first, like, 6th of the game.
You play as a
Like-
different guy.
Yeah,
when you first
you
load up the game, you're not even the
This
same character.
looks very different from Sora.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Roxas, what?
all I know is that there's a sword that's shaped like a key, and like, there's the guy Sora. He has the spiky hair and big shoes. Everyone has really big feet. Mickey Mouse shows up, but he's not like. He's like an interesting character, not like a he's in your party all the time character. He's like a look, it's Mickey sort of character.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, he's so cool. Oh,
Let's see.
I never thought
What
of
else?
saying
What else
that.
do I know about this?
Mickey
Donald
Mouse
and
is so
Goofy are like,
badass.
aren't they like constantly there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're
other
always
2
there.
party members.
Constantly there.
Well, yeah.
It's pretty dope.
And there's like different universes and stuff like that, and there's a big thing called a Heartless.
Is a big thing called
He's thinking about the one boss we used to talk about.
There's
What-
one
What
Heartless?
is his name? What is that boss's
Well,
name?
I know that there's multiple. I know that there's multiple. I
But
like.
there's the one
I'm
big one.
saying like it is
Holy
a
crap,
thing.
What is
like,
it? What
called
is his name? Do you remember, Victor?
I don't remember, dude.
Sephiroth?
No. Oh my god.
That's probably not a Heartless.
Okay.
He's
we're
a
done.
one-wing angel. He only has one wing, and he's an angel.
He's not even from that game.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Because technically, Kingdom Hearts is like a Final Fantasy game. It's a spin-off.
Yeah.
Technically.
That was
Except
wild. All right, enough of that. We got to.
Yeah. No, okay. So bundles. A bunch of bundles have been announced. Before we hit the big one that Miles likes, they announced two bundles. One for the new Call of Duty, the new Xbox One bundle.
And who cares?
It's a well. Here's the thing. It's a 1 terabyte hard drive.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
1 terabyte.
Right?
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is that part of it?
I think it's gonna cost $500 now, and I don't think it comes with Connect. It might not come with
Do they
Connect.
sell it separate?
Wait, so we mean
I think the Xbox hard drive. I think it's like internally installed. I don't know that you can take it out.
It's literally the Xbox One. Instead of a 500 gig, it's 1 terabyte, and it's
but Michael's asking if you can buy the terabyte hard drive separately.
No,
I don't know how the Xbox One works. With
Xbox One, you can buy an external hard drive like a computer, but that's about it. You can't replace a hard drive. I think there's a way you can do it. I know PS4 you can replace the hard drive, but you break your warranty.
That requires some soldering.
Yeah, no, it's probably not a good idea. There's also a Sunset Overdrive.
I saw that. It looks so nice.
It's white. I'm so mad I didn't wait. Like if I would have waited on like a month, I would have known.
It's all white. It looks
all white.
So
I think it's only 400. Comes with Sunset Overdrive, which is like the main game I want for my.
What's interesting is they actually made white Xbox Ones, and they were like the staff, like original ones they gave to staff members, and actually there was a solid gold one made. I'm not kidding you.
What?
Either it was solid gold or it was gold plated. An Xbox One was made, and it was like in a place in London on display.
That's crazy.
I think it would be gold plated because because solid gold, there's issues with conductivity with that.
Also, it's so soft. If the Xbox got hot, it would just melt.
But it's gold, Chris.
Solid gold. So now Smash Bros. 3DS bundle announced for Europe. Miles, how do you feel about that?
I need this in my life.
Oh my gosh. I wonder if we can go in one episode without talking about Smash Brothers. Oh god.
I don't think it's possible.
You know what? Okay, I think it looks dope, but I have one complaint. I don't like that it says Super Smash Brothers. I think if they took that away and just kept all...
Wait, I haven't seen it. There's pictures and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, let me see if I can dig up a picture. I have it on the stream right now.
Yeah, just look at the stream. I mean,
okay.
Or you can just Google Smash Bros.
Not
3DS.
bad.
Pretty much, it's the 3DS cover with all the characters, but they're all black and white, and it says Super Smash Bros. Up in the corner. Honestly, it's funny you mentioned the Smash Bros. Some people were complaining because they think it's too much with all the characters, and that they'd rather just have the logo.
No, I would rather have all the characters, ignore the logo.
Yeah.
That looks so cool. The logos, I feel like it's just a bit too much.
Oh god, yeah, I agree,
think-
Chris. It's dirty, but I would like it better if it didn't have the logo.
Yeah, definitely. Because all the characters...
For me, it seems like it's just like empty space, and it's just like, well, because without it, just be like redness.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the other 3DS
Most of them are just like empty
Yeah,
space.
most
Yeah,
of them
most
are
are empty.
It's
which I kind of like. Like, I have the Mario and Luigi Superstar whatever one. It's Luigi's Dream, whatever. But it looks awesome. It's got Mario and Luigi jumping on it, and half of it's empty. Which, I don't know, it looks classy to me, you know?
I like that simple style.
Yeah, I feel like this one would have been a lot cooler if they got rid of the logo. With that being said, it's still pretty dope.
If I wanted both a 3DS and Super Smash Brothers on the 3DS, I'd probably get that.
Yeah, no, we'll see what happens.
Oh, I am getting it.
I
This
feel
is
like it's
why.
going to come out.
This
Well, I
is
know,
why
because
I
what-
waited for an XL. Like I was like, oh, I can go buy an XL, but you know what? Smash is coming on the XL. They're going to make a bundle. I'm going to wait,
Oh, definitely.
and I will.
I
have
wish.
it.
I wish I
You will
had.
not be denied.
Where's the one? There's
The
one with.
Legend of Zelda one.
Yes.
Yes, it was like gold and black, and
Well,
like
yeah,
the
it's gold and
Triforce
black.
was
It's got
inverted on both sides.
The mirrored Triforce. That one's dope. I think that's the best looking one.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, the only one I could find was the Mario and Luigi one.
I mean, it's
and
still
I'm-
a special 3DS.
Yeah, I mean, it still looks awesome.
All right. Yeah, no, it's definitely coming. I think it's going to come out in North America. There's no way.
Oh,
it's
of
not.
course. It's only a matter of time.
Unless
Yeah.
it's like Sonic Boom, which only got released collector edition in Europe, with
Oh,
including
God.
3-disc soundtrack of the game.
It's
Really?
because of all the Americans
Hey,
hating on the
that-
game.
that-
They're like, all right, you want to hate on the game? You
Hey,
get
all
nothing. No
you
soup
guys-
for you.
You guys can wait on the Sonic Boom for like 2 more like things. We got that later on in the show.
Oh, not Sonic Boom. I meant Sonic Generations.
Yeah, I know what
Oh.
you meant. No, not was it Generations.
It was Generations
I didn't
because it
know
was a
what you meant.
statue of modern Sonic and classic Sonic.
Oh, that's so
complete
cool.
soundtrack, art book, and all this other shit. And it's like, oh,
That
you
soundtrack
can't buy
was-
it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
The
Generations.
soundtrack is on iTunes now, so I do have it now. But I had to wait.
I'm sorry, Generations was so cool. That game was something else. Oh, that was so
All I
much.
have
That
to
was
say
like
is City Escape.
oh, that's that City Escape level.
Amazing.
Oh, so good. Like the only Sonic games I've really enjoyed like a lot, like top tier is, Battle Adventure 2, whatever, Adventure Battle 2.
I went
whatever.
back
Just
and
like
beat
Adventure
those.
Battle 2.
Adventure. I mean that game is that's like honestly one of my favorite games. And then Generations just does that justice. Generations does everything justice.
Yeah.
And then there's 1 and 2, but they're fun.
I beat 1 and 2 like a month ago. Like I came back to a couple months ago on my computer, and they don't really hold up that well.
Yeah, I mean they're just older. But
yeah.
but then if you go to like Generations where it's newer controls and stuff, it's still
That's how you do a fucking HD remix.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it shows how nice 1 and 2 really are. And then they bring it back, then you feel that Sonic love.
Oh yeah.
Miles, I know what you feel every now and then.
Yes, but do you know my pain?
Oh my god.
I don't.
With Sonic 06, the best
Sonic-
Sonic of all
Oh
time.
my God, we don't talk about that game.
Sonic 06. Ooh.
Look, I wanted to love it so badly. I played it as much as I could. I got to the end of the Sonic story on the last stage, but I can't get through this damn tunnel of water because I don't know which place I can run on. Every time I run off, I just fall to my death.
Oh my
I-
god.
So I have 0 achievement points in that game.
I remember
I
going to Miles' house, and I saw Sonic 06, and I was like, Miles, let's play this game. And I distinctly remember this. You were like, you don't want to play that game. Let's do something else. Like, you were serious. You weren't joking at all. You were like, you don't want to play. Like, I was so afraid of it.
Well, I remember that's pretty. I remember watching a review of it once because I never owned the game, and I remember the dialogue. That game had a loading screen.
Yep, I was about to say that. You go talk to an NPC, loading screen. The NPC pops up and goes, hey, I want you to do this for me. Can you do this, this, and this? Okay, let me go do it. Someone do it right now? Nope, loading screen.
Yep.
There's a loading, and there was like a third one too. There were like all these bizarre loading screens. Like, what? I'm just trying to do something.
And this was
They-
original like early Xbox 360 games. Those loading screens took like 5 minutes.
Oh,
Maybe that's an exaggeration.
No.
They took forever.
like 20 seconds, which is still
Look,
plenty
Fred,
long.
They took a minute.
Oh God. Well, what's they introduced a pretty cool character in that game, didn't they? Though, like a time
Silver?
traveling head. Silver.
Silver and Blaze. Technically, though, Blaze was in. Okay, you're gonna start now. Blaze
we
was
gotta start.
in
We gotta
Sonic Rush. Blaze started in Sonic Rush, but technically, 06 is like the major thing with her and
Speaking
Silver.
of Sonic games, I just I stopped by the game store I guess last week, and I bought Sonic Riders. Is that the racing game?
Ooh, okay.
Is that the
Did you
the
buy
one-
Free Riders?
is,
Wait, is this the one that Angry Joe?
No, Free Riders is the Connect one. That's the one that
No.
Angry Joe hates.
no.
If you bought the original Sonic Riders, yeah. I actually found that recently when I dug up my GameCube and all my games.
Is it good?
Oh, well, I loved it, but I'm a Sonic fan, so.
But is that one-sided? Did the rest of the world like it?
I never looked. I just got the game, I was happy with it. I bought the sequel.
Okay.
I did not buy Free Riders.
Well, I wanted to buy what game that I wanted to buy the Kirby racing game Air Riders.
Buy it.
Well,
Buy it now.
I couldn't find it, so instead I got Sonic Riders.
Actually, I think I might have it. I don't remember.
Well, with
if I did
Kirby's
or
Air
not.
Ride?
Yeah, Kirby's Air Ride is so good.
We have some good memories about that game.
No,
right,
we
Miles?
don't. My file on that game got erased twice.
Did I tell you guys the story?
I heard it when I was
Oh,
over
that
the
was
other day.
okay.
So my friend Chris and I, not you, Chris, a different Chris, are playing Kirby's Air Ride, and we're like, Miles, how do we do the thing? And like Miles is like, get out of there, you're gonna delete stuff. We hand him controller because he snatched it from us, and he deletes the file himself. And he was so furious at us. When
Why
he-
were you in my file selection?
We didn't know what was going on.
Oh my God, Miles, how do we do the thing?
I
Shut
just
up! I'm
wanted
not
to
gonna
do the
show
city
you. how to do the
ride.
thing.
I just wanted to do the city ride. The city.
Hand it to me. If you're gonna screw something over, might as well do it myself.
And then a kid from church came over and formatted my entire memory card.
Oh my god.
So I had to do it again. Even now, my memory cards are sad and blank.
Oh my god. All right. Next up, Miles, you take this one. Warlords of
Uh,
Draenor.
Looks like Miles
Oh.
turned it down there.
Oops, no, wait,
Yeah.
hold on. I picked.
I feel like
Oh,
Miles is like that kid when
this
he gets asked to
waiting
read.
for.
You know
This is
that
the one
Side.
we've been waiting for. It's Lords of Draenor, the release date. We said it earlier. It's the 13th of November.
But there's something else to talk about with this.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna discuss the obvious, like, long time coming. Like, back in last BlizzCon, they were like, we want it to be out as soon as possible, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be great if it was like April? And I was like, guys, come on, you gotta be serious. It's gonna be at least July or August. No,
Nope.
I was.
Yeah, I know. Like someone asked me, like, when do you think it's coming out? I said, winter or early next year. There's no way this is coming out sooner.
Well, because they gave the date. They were like, what did they say, like by December 1st or some shit like that?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just remember, like, it was taking so long. They haven't talked about it. The beta just started, like, a couple months ago. Like, this is not coming out very soon.
Mm.
So I don't know too much about dates. I don't know. I didn't anticipate much because I wasn't playing the game then.
Yeah,
But
that's on the calendar
if
right
we're
now.
gonna talk about Warlords, though, that cinematic. Oh,
So good.
so has everyone watched it now?
In the world,
Uh,
I,
Look
no.
at the
has.
stream,
I
Victor.
think we
I can't. My
spread the
computer will
word
explode.
Oh, this cinematic. It
So
was
good.
so good, and there were so many. Okay. I'm just gonna say my favorite part now. If you've played Warcraft 3, you see when Thrall and Hellscream kill Manaroth. It's a school battle, and they like take him out. But the way Hellscream dies is he like sacrifices himself. He runs up to Manaroth, puts his axe in him, and then
Gorehowl. Let's not skip the
Gorehowl.
details.
Gorehowl.
he sticks Gorehowl in him, and then the explosion from Manaroth basically kills him. And then Thrall's like, no! And then he's like, I freed our people. It's awesome. And then in this one, the same thing basically happens. It's kind of like an alternate universe thing where the orcs don't drink the blood, and instead they're led by Garrosh. So
Because Garrosh went
it's crazy.
back in time, and to Draenor at the same time.
To save his people.
So he
My people.
he jumped realms and time streams at the same time. He did the full thing.
Oh, that's
And he was
badass.
he was just like I'm a rewrite all the history.
Yeah, so in this case, they don't drink the blood, and instead they just kill Manaroth. And when they kill him, though, he still like explodes, and Hellscream is standing there, just like in the Warcraft 3 cinematic. But this time, his son pushes him out of the way and saves him. It's like they set it up so perfectly that it's like, oh, is he gonna die again? Then like, no. Alternate reality, this happens, and it's so cool. Such a good feeling. If you've played both games, you really get the it means a lot.
No, like Gul'dan, like, this was supposed to be our destiny.
Yeah. Oh, they're so cool. Oh, what is in the very beginning, like, what must we give in return?
Everything.
It's like, oh yeah.
Also, like, one of my best things I love about this expansion is, because I just love the lore about this game, and the fact that they're actually going back to visit all these people, like, even things I didn't know, but, like, it relates, like, Gul'dan is one of my favorite characters, because he's, like, the warlock.
Yeah.
So, like, he's a really cool character that I actually get to see all the stuff about. Kilrog, solely for the fact that the warlock had the ability, I have Kilrog, and it's like, how did that come to be? And, like, that's, like, a cool thing, since Kilrog, Deadeye, basically his clan takes out one of their eyes.
Yeah. Oh, so cool.
So, like, it's gonna be cool, and I like the fact, like, but we will be conquerors. You see the Billy the Dark portal, and I also like the new animation of like how like the World of Warcraft emblem comes together. Like that was cool.
Yeah, someone. I was reading on the forums. Someone just had a complaint where it was like, well, Garrosh goes back and changes everything, but doesn't change too much. But I mean, it's a flawed argument. But his argument's basically like, oh, in reality, the orcs like drink the blood and then they go conquer Earth. But in this reality, they don't drink the blood and they go to conquer Earth. Or Azeroth, sorry. And it's just like, well. But
Well,
obviously that's not what they're doing. Instead,
well, they're only led to conquer. They're only led to go back to Azeroth because Garrosh still wants to kill people. Because Garrosh wants to kill people.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
rather
same
than
thing except without the demon blood. It's basically the same thing except without the demon blood.
well, and I mean, Garrosh also has his own like agenda, right?
Yeah.
Rather than just like blindly killing, they're going with Garrosh's lead.
Replace the demon blood. And replace the demon blood with just pure bloodlust
and just Iron Machine. I think it's cool because like it's taking these people from the past, equipping them with modern technology, technically, and then rewriting what their history is. Like think about this: Gul'dan still drank the blood. Like there was a comic called Gul'dan and the Stranger. It was like Garrosh goes to see Gul'dan.
He has his red eyes. I mean,
and his green skin. Like he drank the blood already.
Yeah,
and that happened in the comic, and it like. Though that comic was pretty cool. He's like, so this is Gromash's answer. No, Gromash will be on that hill, but he'll lead our people to our true destiny. And he like takes off the hood, so you see it's Garrosh. Okay, but
that's pretty cool.
So like Gul'dan didn't do that. So like, what happens to like Shadow Moon Valley and like the Hand of Gul'dan, that giant volcano and all that stuff? Like all this stuff is like different now. It's like how is the world gonna go along with all this stuff that's changed?
As well as like, since there's no demonic influences, the orcs don't get corrupted, and without the orcs getting corrupted, then Medivh doesn't contact Gul'dan and say, "Hey, do you want to set up a thing? I can create a portal, and you can send people through." And Gul'dan,
my gosh! If Medivh is in this expansion,
the portal sends through, and then Gul'dan, and then when the Alliance fights back, Gul'dan doesn't go, build tons of portals all around Draenor and blow Draenor.
Poor Draenei. They don't know what's coming for him. Oh god.
That's the other thing. When the orcs drank the blood, the Sargeras commanded them to kill all the Draenei, and kill Jaden. Kill Jaden technically was in charge of turning them into demons because Manaroth was part of his side. Because Kill Jaden, he recruited the Pit Lords, which is what.
Thank God the Draenei have the Alliance. Jeez, or else they would have been literally wiped out.
Well, now they do. They pretty much were before.
Well, current time stream Draenei, past wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff, Draenei don't have the Alliance yet. Sort of. Well, they sort of do because we have Draenei, and they're like, "Hey, other Draenei, we don't know who you are, and why do you not look anything like the rest of us? Why do you look like that? You're like invading and not like." Used to what's going on.
Point that didn't the Draenei fled the Outlands and ended up in Azeroth. Well, now that the Alliance is coming to the Outlands, are they are they gonna flee again or
no? Because like this is the thing you have to understand. It's like Michael said, it's a parallel universe. It's not just he went back in time. Think about it this way. Think about if we went back in time, but we made a gateway to our current time.
Wait. Are you talking Back to the Future too?
Kind of, because like the original Dark Portal is still there, so Outland is still there, but what Garrosh is doing is basically going back, stopping Outland, but then coming back around and connecting this new world with ours.
So then technically he could take the orcs from Outland 2 and bring them into the Outland.
Yeah, but what he's trying to do is bring them into Azeroth and conquer it.
Right. But technically, he could also conquer modern day Outland as well.
Why would you want it? It's a bunch of floating rocks.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, technically yes, he could go there. Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I mean, there would be no technical gain. I mean,
except for just land.
You'd find Naru and some dead demons everywhere. Like there's nothing there left anymore. Okay. But like, it's one of those things that like when they announced it, like. And I still have these like weird doubts because when you start going alternate universe but still connected, all of a sudden it's like, okay, so I'm just predicting this now because it's gonna be so easy for them to do. Alternate universe Azeroth without orcs in it. What happens without the Lich King?
That's true, because that's another thing.
Ner'zhul
is going to be, like, we're going to see Ner'zhul, Gul'dan, Black Hand is
and the first war didn't happen, second war didn't happen, the battle for Mount Hyjal never happened, the demons won, because
Yeah,
because
there wouldn't
the orcs
have
were
been
an entire third of the entire defenses for
Yeah.
Hydra.
Literally oh, how strange. Yeah.
The-
Huh.
So then you could, if the Night Elves didn't prepare the defenses in time for Hydra, then Hydra fell, which means that all of Kalimdor is gone.
But with this being said, the humans never would have fought the orcs, so maybe the alliance would have grown powerful enough to fight back the.
The alliance would never have happened because
Yeah,
they became the alliance because
Yeah,
of the
true.
orc
Yeah,
invasion.
because the orcs. So then maybe but I'm saying like maybe the humans became large enough or something because no one ever had to deal with the orcs.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
they
then maybe they
would have lost the people.
Or maybe they just would have fought one another.
There would not be undead because the first Lich King was Ner'zhul. There would not the Blasted Lands would not be the Blasted Lands. It'd just be a jungle.
Whoa. Northrend would be just a polarized cap.
And
There was still some stuff up there.
Ashen Vale, the Barrens, and Durotar would not be barren wastelands at parts.
Illidan wouldn't have been corrupted.
Durotar was.
Wait. We wouldn't have been prepared. I guess we would have been prepared. Wait.
Yeah,
There would have been significant issues with Encourage. Tyrion would have never been kicked out of the Alliance. Yeah.
He just would have been a normal paladin.
Yeah.
He would have been the great Tyrion. Oh god.
The Alliance would have actually had serious footholds in Kalimdor without any significant pushbacks.
Oh, the humans and the Night Elves probably just would have killed one another.
No. Well, I don't think so
I
because
think they were still somewhat at peace with each other.
yeah, because so long as the Night Elves were able to keep their forests, that's really why the Night Elves hate the Orcs, is because the Orcs are like, we want to cut down all your trees. And the Night Elves are like, no, those are my friends.
No, we're just like Avatar.
Except that they are just like Avatar because they're all tons of druids over there. So it's just so they legitimately talk to trees.
They also live in a giant tree.
The trees. You are aware that's how we live, right?
Oh god, that was a long movie. I've only seen it once and I would not watch it again.
Oh,
You're not like our friend that watched it 5 times he did, Chris?
I'm like, I hate that guy.
Vito beat me. I saw it 4 times. He saw about 5 or 6. I forget now.
It's a good movie. I just don't want to. It was so long. I don't want to watch it again.
It's just me. I'm just a huge fan of long movies. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things.
They would just have and then they would have the demons took over parallel universe Kalimdor because there wasn't anyone to defend, and so the Night Elves took to Northrend because they took to Northrend.
Screw the trees.
Because there's forests in Northrend.
Yeah, a little
bit. But have to say I don't know. You might even have to say Malfurion, like his body and stuff like that, all of the Night Elves that were stuck in the Emerald Dream, you would have to say that their bodies were just entirely transported to another continent somewheres, because that's all Ashen Vale.
Yeah, but what? Would he even have a reason to go into the dream then?
Never happened. Illidan would never have become a demon hunter.
Yeah, he just would have been normal.
Because there would be no Skull of Gul'dan. There would be no.
There wouldn't even have been a Skull of Gul'dan.
But Felwood would just be a regular forest. So many things would be different, and Blizzard's gonna do it because they just opened the door. Because they're like, look at all the possibilities. Look at
my god.
What have they done?
There's so much stuff that can happen.
But I know the big question. We're all just worrying about the Draenei.
Well, we get to see Vindicated Murad in his prime.
Finally.
I'm excited.
Oh, he's gonna be so cool. So, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny you go into the website, they look at all the leaders you're gonna see. Horde have 5, Alliance have Khadgar, Velen, Vindicated Murad. That's it.
Alliance leaders.
Rin doesn't really care that much. Proudmoore's like, I'm being crazy right now.
Screw Jaina.
Which is cool, actually. I'm actually reading the book War Crimes, which is
it's the new one.
Yeah.
I was reading a bit because we have the visual the art book thing, and it also has tons of lore in it.
Mm-hmm.
Agwin died. Ronan is dead.
Yeah, Ronan died.
Agwin dies?
Agwin.
Oh,
Medivh's mother. She sacrificed herself in the comic books to protect Jaina from Cho'Gall, I believe.
No, to protect Medan.
Oh, Medan, yeah.
Yeah, worthless character. He's not in there. Just send him off a cliff.
God.
By the way, Medan is half human, quarter orc, quarter. Dude's got some serious.
Because it's Garona and Medivh's son.
Oh, okay.
And the current guardian of Tristfall.
Oh wow.
Excellent.
Although it really doesn't matter.
Except not really because Medivh isn't dead.
He's just gone.
Yeah, he sort of just poof.
Just sort of left. They gotta bring
Also,
it back.
planning on him being a point at some point in the future.
Definitely.
And he's gonna have Matiesh. And Blizzard's already made fun of Medan, so you know that they're not gonna do that like canon anytime soon. Not at least not full canon, but like they, like I want to see some Gelwin Mechatork action.
Yeah, they need to do something with him. He doesn't do anything. He's like, we're gonna take back Nomergon. Never mind, run away.
Never mind.
I mean, the trolls like we remember this, like the pre-Kata event. It was like the gnomes are attacking and the trolls are attacking. Well, the trolls have Echo Isles. The gnomes got nothing. They got a new They got a new starting area. That's what the gnomes got. And then you leave the starting area, and everyone's screwed because everything's just irradiated.
Yep.
Oh my god. Yeah. No. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see the movie too. I hope they show us a lot at BlizzCon. Or a decent amount or something.
Little about it, and I want to keep it that way. I want to be surprised.
I can't wait for this movie.
Should we get back to the main topic of like?
Well, do you think the movie? No, Michael. Do you think the movie will be good?
Yes.
No, 100%. It's going to be great.
I think it's going to be amazing.
It's either going to be great or not come out.
After a convention for one singular company, 5 days afterwards, they're releasing one of their biggest expansions.
I think what they tried to do is did it because I looked to see since WoW's turned 10 on November 23rd. So I thought, okay, I looked to see like when was that. So I think that's why they put it in November. They want to get it around the 10th anniversary. But also, yeah, I think it's kind of silly that it's so close to BlizzCon. But I feel like they're at the point where they have to put it out because by the time it hits November, Siege of Orgrimmar will be out for
ever.
No, that would have been 14 months.
Oh my god!
By the time this game comes out.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that lasted this long was Ice Crown. Lasted around the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh god. Oh, I guess speaking of trying to last a long time, what's up next on the docket? Sonic. I'm sorry for the transition.
No, aren't we on the?
That was like
the MOBA
transition.
Yeah,
we're let's skip that because we're strapped on time.
Yeah. Sonic. So the new Sonic game's looking pretty good, despite Sonic getting beaten within the first minute of the trailer.
New Sonic boom.
New Sonic the Hedgehog. I haven't watched the trailer, so I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm excited for the game, though. So
I haven't seen the trailer.
Yeah, he kind of gets crushed under rocks. I was trying to figure out what Michael's like. His dialogue's weird. Like Michael, I guess you don't know that Sonic does that all the time. He just like
I know. Just for the trailer, I was like, I'm getting sort of like if you've ever seen like trailers for like Spider-Man stuff or like gameplay of
it's funny you said that because like when I mentioned it, Victor's like, yeah, Sonic's pretty much like Spider-Man. He just like that's what he does. He's like bad mouths the people he's fighting against.
Yeah.
Except it was a trailer, and he's just like, I woke up this morning and there's like a snake guy there, and that sort of bummed me out. And I'm like, okay.
Sonic, let's calm down.
No, the best is when he's making fun of Dr. Robotnik. It's just fucking with him. It's awesome.
Also within the first minute, he gets blown to smithereens, and then he's just like, "Yeah, that sort of sucked."
Well, he crushed by rocks, not killed. You know, it's rocks fell on him. It's okay. It's okay.
I didn't say. I never said. I did. Did I say killed?
You said blown to smithereens.
Well, yeah. He got shot by everything. I mean, it's still rated E10 plus, so you know, he got blown up.
I don't know. Maybe rated T. You know, it's by the.
It's funny. It's the same rating as Shadow of the Hedgehog.
Oh god.
Oh.
Damn.
I know. It's so like Knuckles and like Espio just say damn just because. And like I remember when playing it, they said it's like no, not you, Knuckles.
He'll fall down. Damn. Like okay, Knuckles.
Knuckles, let's take it easy.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, I mean, Sonic Boom has to be good. Please be good. I'm gonna cry if it's not good.
There's been a lot of hype.
I think it's gonna be amazing.
I have faith, and if so, I'm so excited about it.
I haven't gotten too big into like Sonic games because like a lot of more recent ones haven't been so great.
I mean, and that's what I'm saying too. I'm not into Sonic too much because I have a lot.
I literally went back.
Have been okay.
Okay, I have to say, people give Lost World crap, but Lost World is a good game. Is it kind of short? Yes, but it's a good game.
But with this being said, Sonic needs a big Sonic game, and I think they're trying to do it with this one, and that's really exciting. There's been so much hype around it.
I'm ready. There's going to be 2 games and a TV show. Let's go.
Oh god.
TV
show actually seemed pretty good actually from the trailer.
Because it's going to be the same. It's going to be the voice actors from the games, and the person that's doing the writing for the TV show and the games is the same one that did Sonic Lost World, and the writing in that game was amazing.
Yeah, that had pretty good dialogue. I saw some dialogue in that.
Also, if you pre-order at GameStop, you get a Sonic action figure.
So
that's
cool,
dope.
Dude.
That's
awesome.
A cool pre-order.
I hate pre-orders, but ooh.
So yeah, I have to find the GameStop I can pre-order this at now.
Free action figure. Now we're.
I'll go to like Target or Best Buy. I'll be like, hey. I'm not. Actually, no. I'm just gonna show up there the day of, and I'll be like, "Hey, I didn't pre-order. Give me the game."
Hey, I'll give you guys some money.
Oh my god. What's next? Also, okay, Robin Williams tribute put to WoW. I don't know much about this. What's up with that, Miles or Michael or Chris?
Well, Robin Williams died, so they're putting a tribute of him.
Oh my dear God.
Oh my god, that was so.
Okay.
So much.
You know exactly what I meant.
Okay, so let's go over this again. Ignore Michael.
Sorry.
All right, so there's one podcast. Pansexuals hate us. All right, so fans of Robin Williams hate us. What was the other thing? Someone else hates us now too. Okay.
Fans of Rust.
Oh yeah, and Chinese people.
Fans of Rust, same people.
Oh my god. Now Chinese people that like Rust detest us.
Excellent.
We are literally going to be hated by all.
Everyone's just going to say, hey, I'm a pansexual who likes Rust, and I'm also trying...
Okay, so let's get back on topic. So, people asked Blizzard, because Robin Williams won a record saying that WoW was
what the hell's a pansexual, by the way?
Oh my god.
Enough of that.
People asked Blizzard, because Robin Williams went down saying that World of Warcraft and also Legend of Zelda were 2 of the most, like, the games he liked the most. And when Blizzard was asked about it by fans, like, to get it's like immortalize him in the game.
They started like change.org. They started a petition on that to get it.
Whoa, on change.org? I didn't know it was there.
But before it finished, yeah.
Yeah, Blizzard like sent a message and said like, yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, they're like,
oh, that's so cool.
He was very outspoken. Like he was a big gamer and stuff like that.
Really?
His daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, his daughter's name is Zelda.
Yeah, they're top.
Yeah, actually, after Princess Zelda, because he loves that series so much. And actually, what's cool is the picture I have there too is that Nintendo contacted both Zelda and Robin to do the commercial for Link Between Worlds for the 3DS game, and they both did it.
They did Link Between Worlds?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Wow, there he is! Oh my god! Oh, that is.
There he is.
That makes my heart just weep.
I just want to go out saying I don't mean to offend anyone who likes Robin Williams. I love Robin Williams.
Oh, okay.
He's a great person. Look, of all the people, I don't want to offend them. I don't want to offend Robin Williams or anyone who likes Robin Williams. He's a good guy. He deserves good things.
Although his knuckles were pretty hairy. For one.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Wait,
it reminds me of my grandfather.
Oh god, was he also war torn?
Robin Williams wasn't.
Oh yes.
I don't know.
I think anyone that's old in Victor's mind has seen some shit. Okay?
anyone over 35 is war torn.
But anyway, we're talking about the Zelda thing, right?
So they also petitioned Nintendo, and Nintendo responded basically saying, "We understand what you're asking, and our hearts go out to the family and to Zelda, and we talked about Zelda a lot during." They said that we worked with Zelda a lot and Robin, and our hearts go out to them. And at this time we can't really discuss it because they need time to grieve.
Yeah, it makes
pretty
sense.
good.
Like, could you imagine?
I think
I've
they'll
been
put
trying
in something. I think they will.
I
Well,
think
the
one
one
of the
thing
coolest
with,
things I saw was to have Robin Williams in the Zelda Wii U game as the King of Hyrule.
Whoa.
That would be so good.
He fits the character so well. Yeah. Oh, how cool. I'm down for that.
I actually stole that from some guy on IGN.
Oh, what? You stealing stuff, man?
But yeah, that would be so cool because then he's the father of Zelda. It'd be perfect.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. I guess that's about does it for this week.
Yeah, that was a solid. That was a solid.
Pod, the yawn cast. I'm really beat from all my R-rated adventures into the city. Yeah. So I guess we can plug our Twitters and tweets and whatnot. I am Killmoves __ Sojo on Twitter.
Underskill.
Underscore.
Underskilled.
I'll change my Twitter to underskilled. Wait, no, that's bad.
That would hurt you.
It is. That's why I said it. It was fun.
If you have any comments, concerns, or general just gripes with us, how much you hate us, I don't know. You can email us at rerollcast@gmail.com.
We would also
Miles,
like to do viewer questions.
So Miles, where can they get us?
They can get us at rerollcast@gmail.com.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Actually, I like that.
For those of you who didn't hear Miles talking really quickly, it is a Reroll Cast.
Yes, Michael, rerollcast@gmail.com.
Shut up. Oh my god.
All right. Anyway, so where's your Twitter, Michael? Miles, you guys?
It's on Twitter.
Okay. All right.
I think you forgot what you have to do for Michael. Otherwise, we'll be here for 5 minutes while he explains every game he's ever touched.
Michael's been kicked out of the podcast.
All right, so you can find Michael at MeWantName on Twitter and only.
Tell
on
me
Twitter.
how much you love me. Tell me how much you agree with
God.
all my opinions.
And how he hates pansexuals. That's right, Tumblr girls.
I don't even know what they are, and yeah.
No, they like everything. They're called gender blind.
Okay, you can find me on Twitter at
I just don't
McDareth.
understand that the world is ones and zeros, and there's no in betweens. I mean, what?
Oh god! So you can find me on Twitter at
Oh,
McDareth. You can listen to the stream and watch me stream general games in the podcast. It will be normally Sundays around 9 is when we try, but you can follow me on Twitch TV/McDareth. You can listen to the podcast and subscribe to it on SoundCloud. You can do it on iTunes, and you can do it on Stitcher.
Oh, that's cool. And you can follow Chris Federici on Facebook.com/Hedera. Hedera Nation, Hedera Helix, Hedera.
There you go.
Twitter.com/ at Devierts on Twitter. Eventually, he'll use that account when he gets followers. We'll
At Original Hedera 5 on Twitter.
So many accounts. Look at me.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll be back soon.
Yep.
Sounds good.